And good afternoon, Wildcat fans, and welcome out to Louisiana College, home of your LC Wildcats, where it is Senior Day 2025. The Wildcats are looking to improve to 5-1 on the day, honor some of their seniors, and that's why we are on just a little bit early. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports, and we are delighted to be here with you on this beautiful, beautiful, slightly cloudy, yet still beautiful Saturday afternoon here in the heart of Louisiana. We are in Pineville, right in the middle. If you look at your map and look in the center of it, that's where we're at. For those of you that are not familiar with it, again, we will be bringing you LCU football all season long, culminating with a trip to Phoenix next week and possibly a shot at the playoffs. Couldn't do a bit of it without our friends in the LCU Convergence Media Department. Jeff Young and that group do such a fantastic job of everything that they do, getting our game day operations set up. And so we like to give thanks to those guys as well. But we've got a great day planned for you. Again, we've come to you a little bit early because right at 1:30, they're going to begin with the Senior Day presentations. They'll do all of the players pregame, and we'll cover that for you. And then at halftime, of course, all the support personnel, cheer, and anybody else taking part in it today, they'll do that as well. So, again, I am Doug Gann. We're going to kick that off in just about 5 or 6 minutes. But we'll take a look at talk about today's matchup. It is between your LCU Wildcats that sit at 6-3 on the season, 5-1 in Sooner Athletic Conference play, and a little bit of scoreboard watching going on as Texas Wesleyan and Ottawa are set to do battle around 2 o'clock also. That game, we're scoreboard watching and looking for Ottawa to win that one. We would take care of business today, and we have an opportunity to go out to Phoenix and play for a share of that conference championship, and the Cats looking to take care of business. But standing in their way is a very tough, although the record doesn't show it, Arkansas Baptist College team. The Buffaloes, they come in at 2-7 overall and 1-6 in conference play. So, and they were just in the thriller with Texas College, 42-37, I believe that one was. Anyway, it was a shootout in that one. And you'll remember 2 weeks ago, prior to the bye week, that's that same Texas College team that had the lead on Louisiana College for a long time. And before the Cats finally pulled away and won that one 12-7. So, we talked about it, looked around. Coach Ben said, hey, there's some things that we just didn't coach the way we wanted to. And they've had a great 2 weeks of practice. We're able to visit with him earlier today. Hopefully you saw that on our Facebook page. If you're new to what we do, we welcome you in. We invite you to go to our YouTube page. That's where you can find all of the past LCU football games. Go by there and check that out. We're going to turn things over right now to our public address announcer, Randy James, who will get things going for us momentarily and get you into the festivities here at Senior Day 2025. Down to the field we go.
And welcome to the heart of Louisiana and Wildcat Field, right here in beautiful downtown Pineville, Louisiana. Today, coming up at 2 o'clock, we've got SAC, Sooner Athletic Conference football action between the visiting Arkansas Baptist Buffaloes and your home team, Louisiana Christian University Wildcats. Before today's contest, we will be honoring our 2025 senior football players as well as our lone senior LCU Wildcat cheerleader. Wildcat fans, parents, family members, students, and alumni, are you ready? First up for your LCU Wildcat football team, Levi Hilborn. Levi is a punter and kicker at LaPorte High School in LaPorte, Louisiana. His major is economics. He's a 2024 second-team all-conference punter, as well as 2024 second team all-conference kicker. His life goal and desired career is to find a place to work where I not only can affect production, but also affect the people around me. And he has certainly affected us all on Saturdays here at Wildcat Field. His escorts, mother, Tamara Hilborn, father, Charles Hilborn, and brother, Foster Hilborn. Wildcat fans, Levi Hilborn. Next up, linebacker, Judson Mixon. Judson is out of George Ranch High School in Rosenberg, Texas. His major is business management. He is a 2023 SAC Conference Championship member and has made the names list. Escorts today his father, Ted Mixon, mother, Bonnie Mixon, sisters, Addison and Grayson Mixon. Wildcat Nation, Judson Mixon. Next up, you've seen him on Saturdays making big plays, linebacker, Jordan Oglesby. Jordan is from Eunice High School in Eunice, Louisiana. He's a Bobcat, now a Wildcat. His major is in exercise science. He is a member of the 2023 SAC Conference Championship team. His desired goal is to become a football coach. Escorts today, Kayla Gibbs, William Oglesby, and Marion Oglesby. Wildcat Nation, Jordan Oglesby. Next up for the Wildcats, student assistant coach, Brody Page. Out of Captain Shreve High School in Pineville, Louisiana. His major is criminal justice. He played in 14 games for the Wildcats, started 7, won a conference championship in 2023, had a career-ending injury in 2024. Started working on the coaching staff as an equipment manager and outside linebackers coach. None of this is possible without the good Lord. He wants to also thank the coaching staff for the opportunity and his mom, dad, and the love of his life for their support and for putting him to be the best person and student athlete he could be. His life goal is to join the DeSoto Parish Sheriff's Department. His escorts today, Father Robert Page, Mother Melissa Page, and his girlfriend Reagan Titus. Wildcat Nation, Brody Page. Next up, out of St. Augustine High School in Marrero, Louisiana, outside linebacker Kendall Rowan. Kendall's major is Masters of Educational Development. He's a 2023 SAC Conference Champion team member, a member of Student Life, the Union Board, and intern for LCU Rec Sports. His life goal, he plans to obtain his teacher's certification to further his teaching and coaching career to mold young minds both on and off the field. Later in his career, he is hopes to pursue an athletic director position. His escorts, mother, Charmaine Rowan, and his brother, Kenneth Rowan. Wildcat Nation, Kendall Rowan. Next up, we've called his name quite often on Saturdays, cornerback, Nate Sullivan. There he is, out of East Louisiana High School in St. Francisville. Nate's major is exercise science, sports, and wellness. A member of the 2023 SAC Championship team. In 2023, he ranked first in the SAC in punt return for touchdowns. His life goal is to graduate college in the spring of 2025 and pursue a career in coaching football. His escort today, Mother Angie Sullivan. Everyone, Nate Sullivan. Next up, out of Oak Forest Academy in Kentwood, Louisiana, tight end Chase Terrible. Jason Major, Business Marketing and Management. He's a 2023 SAC Championship team member. His life's goal and desired career to open a food truck and travel, then open up his own restaurant. His escorts, Father Chad Terrebonne, Mother Nicole Terrebonne, Wildcat Nation, Chase Terrebonne. Next up, off the defensive line, Jaden Washington. Out of Union Parish High School in Marion, Louisiana, his major is secondary education with a concentration in social studies. He's a member of the 2023 Sooner Athletic Conference Championship team and a second team all-conference offense. His life's goal is to become a football coach. Escorts today, his mother, Shatasha Washington, Father Channing Washington, and his fiancée, Shakira Miller. Wildcat Nation, Jaden Washington. Next up, Wildcat Nation, wide receiver, Terrence Williams. Out of Isidore Newman High School in New Orleans. His major is psychology. He is a 2023 SAC Championship team member. His life goal is to join the United States Air Force and become a clinical psychiatrist. His escorts here today, Mother Denise Boudreau and Father Joseph Boudreau. Wildcat Nation, Terrence Williams. Next up, off the Wildcat offensive line, from Minden High School in Minden, Louisiana, J.D. Williams. J.D.'s major is criminal justice. His athletic accomplishments, he lists none. Quote, I block for a living. And yes, he does. His life goal, he plans to go into ministry part-time and to become a state trooper. His escorts today, Mother Omega Winans, Sister Talia Webb, grandparents Doug and Patricia McCoy, and his girlfriend Abby Dull. Wildcat Nation, J.D. Winans. And last but certainly not least, from the LCU cheerleader squad, Kiana Malone. Out of Saline High School in Jonesboro, Louisiana, Kiana's major in psychology with a minor in criminal justice. She is a 4-year member of the LCU cheer team. Her life goal after graduation is to achieve a master's in social work, to become a foster care counselor. Eventually, she would like to open her own private practice in counseling, working with children. Also, in her spare time, she would like to work as a cheerleading coach for high schoolers. Escorts today, her mother, Maddie Malone, Father Kenneth Malone Sr., her brother, Kenneth Malone Jr., sister-in-law, Darnisha Malone, and her niece, Carmen Malone. Wildcat Nation, Kiana Malone. And if I may add, to our senior Wildcats, what a pleasure it has been to see you call your names and numbers on Saturdays here at Wildcat Field. Thank you for the memories, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. But before we go any further, we got another game to play. Let's get ready.
the team and then injured and has stayed on in coaching. So a lot of great names that were in there. Everybody back and healthy today. Should be a good one. The 2 weeks of the bye week did a lot to help us out. We're going to get over and take a look at some of the standings and different things for you here. Of course, that log jam up at the top in the NAIA Sooner Athletic Conference, of course, has Ottawa leading the way. They are undefeated in this one. Texas Wesleyan, they are undefeated. That is a battle of some big-time teams. Looking for Ottawa to win that game. That gives the Wildcats a chance to head on over there next week to Phoenix and take care of things. We'll jump inside the Sooner Athletic Conference. Down at the bottom, Arkansas Baptist and Texas College. They were in a shootout a week ago. Arkansas Baptist 1-6 over in conference play, 2-7 overall. So their season will conclude today. The Wildcats, off the bye week, do have one more game that is remaining. Taking a look at them, LC has scored 208 points in a conference play compared to just 110. So a much higher clip. LC has given up 162. Arkansas Baptist has given up an even 300 in there. And so that leads a little bit to it. Overall, they've given up 388. So the Wildcats ought to be able to score in here. At home, Louisiana Christian looking to wrap up a perfect home stand. They are 4-0 here at home, 2-3 away from home, but that includes a trip to Hardin-Simmons, includes a trip to McNeese, and includes that trip to Texas Wesleyan. The two wins are both trips over to Oklahoma. So they swept the state of Oklahoma. Interesting thought. That's where Coach Ben played a little bit of his college career and spent some time coaching over there. Away from home, Arkansas Baptist is 1-5. They are just 1-2 at home. So only a handful of home games for the Buffaloes that are on there, and that kind of gives you just a little bit of a look at what is going on. We're going to take our first time out of the pregame. We'll take a 2-minute break. When we come back, the countdown to kickoff continues. We are set to kick this thing off right at 2 o'clock. We'll be back for all of that. You're watching the countdown to kickoff. It is LC Wildcat football on 446 Sports.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
And we are back to Wildcat Field here. Time to take a look at your NDI starting lineups. Remember, if you're looking for any AC work or that type of thing, NDI LLC. No, it does it. Now your starting lineups for your hometown Louisiana Christian University Wildcats at quarterback, number 16, Bryce Perkins. He is that redshirt freshman out of Van Buren, Arkansas. Jatarius Johnson will get the start as running back. And great, there you go. Jatarius Johnson, Joe, the redshirt freshman out of St. Francisville, Louisiana, will get the start at running back. Omar Davis, the wide receiver, sophomore, he's been on fire since he got on campus over the summer. He wears number 0 and will play the wideout. And look for a big day between Bryce and Omar Davis. E.J. Scott, one of the other wideouts. He is a sophomore out of Alexandria Senior High. X marks the spot. Xavier Butler, the wide receiver out of Bossier, Louisiana. Xavier Jackson will play tight end. He is a redshirt senior out of Opelousas, Louisiana. Didn't take part in the senior day because you know the story. He took part in it last year when he was a senior and thought it was over with, found some more eligibility. He was a center on that conference championship team 2 years ago, was a guard a year ago, or that's backwards. And anyways, playing some tight end this season. Christian Gautreaux anchors that line at left tackle, the freshman out of Dutchtown. Christian Arnett, left guard. He is a junior out of Longview, Texas. At center, one of the seniors that was called out today, J.D. Winans out of Minden, Louisiana. And on the right side of the football, right guard Javante Roberts is the sophomore out of Lake Charles. And Gavin Lilly, the redshirt junior out of New Iberia, will be at right tackle. Your kickers for LC today, of course, you heard Levi Hilborn being called out. He is a senior out of LaPorte, Texas. Doing the punting duties will be number 49, Preston Baker. He will take over a lot of the kicking after this year, the freshman from Gonzales, and the deep snapper who's pretty much been everywhere this season, Garrett Chancellor, the redshirt sophomore out of Huntington, Texas. When the Buffaloes have the football, anchoring that defensive line at nose guard, Isaiah Joels, the freshman out of Oak Grove, Louisiana. John Moore-Lede, the sophomore out of Lafayette, had a big week, 2 weeks ago. He's a defensive end. At defensive tackle, Jamarian Jackson, the sophomore out of Jackson, Louisiana. Outside linebacker, Marquise Hampton. He is the freshman out of Shreveport. They call him Gator. Lyric Hawkins, the outside linebacker, freshman from New Orleans. He and Kendall Rowan will be everywhere today for the linebacking core. A couple of inside linebackers here. And again, these things, they rotate a lot, so we'll give you all of them. Judson Mixon is listed as the starter, the redshirt junior out of Rosenberg, Texas. He will split time with Trace McHugh, the sophomore out of Lauraville. Inside linebacker Jordan Oglesby, another one of those seniors that was announced today. And he's the one, if you see when they come down the hill, he'll bring the hammer. And he does that today. One of the clips that we showed of him making a special teams tackle, earlier in the season, got a lot of raise from a lot of people. Christian Doyle out of Monroe, Louisiana, will also see some time there at linebacker. Those four will rotate between Mixon, McHugh, Oglesby, and Doyle at that inside linebacker spot and show you a lot of different looks. Trey Grogan will get the start at cornerback. Nate Sullivan is there, but he is out today. We saw him come down with the senior group, but listed as a starter today for senior night, but is not in his normal attire. David Voorhees III is the junior out of Baton Rouge at the other corner. And the safeties, Colin Polk, freshman out of Lauraville. He and Ashton Sanders will split some time. And Brandon Johnson II, the junior out of Shreveport, is there too. Back deep to return kicks is Darius Washington and Darrell Walden. And that's a look at your NDI LLC starting lineups for the Wildcats today. Again, we are 10 minutes away from getting this thing going. They'll start to pump things up around here. You will see the Wildcats make their way around the back and up the hill. Very spirited day. They've got the pyrotechnics set up. Down at the bottom of the hill is where on that right side of your screen under the soccer nets or behind the soccer goals is where you see the visiting Buffaloes from Arkansas Baptist that are getting their final inspiration and messaging on there. That's where the Wildcats will come out. You see that on your screen and a wide look at it. Just a great crowd that is making their way in here. The Buckeye Band is going to be in the house today too, as well as a lot of recruits. So it is a spirited final day of football here from Wildcat Stadium. Again, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Marshall is on assignment, so not with us today, and did a great job on the Red River Roundup this morning, recapping all of the Week 10 games from the high school football ranks. Bye weeks and playoffs start this week. So, these seasons are winding down, and it seems like it was just August when we were getting things underway here. Again, we told you Arkansas Baptist comes in at 3-6. They are 1-5 in conference play. The Wildcats at 6-3 and 5-1 overall. It is senior day here, 2025. 9 senior players, one the student assistant, and of course the one cheerleader that were there. You saw the 11 of those make their way out, and it's always such a great time. You know, you get folks on campus some 2, 3, 4 years ago, depending on the way they are, and you get a lot of time and blood, sweat, and tears in there, and you never know what it turns out to be. You look at head coach Ben McLaughlin, who was back here and played football here many, many years ago, 18 of so, I believe, years ago. Met his wife here and raising his family here, and just something special about Louisiana College, and delighted to have all of you on board with us today. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Buffaloes. Defensively, Kamazi Washington is at the end. Sterling Bartholomew is the nose tackle, and Dennis Levine is the tackle. Their bandit linebacker is Tavarian Williams, LaDanian Hunter, Vernon Grant, and JaCameron Burks are the linebackers. Across that front line, Arian Johnson, Braden Purifoy, Darian Presley, and Brendan Ward. The 2 corners and safeties. Offensively, Arkansas Baptist, what we'll call for the Buffaloes across the line, starting at left tackle, is Jakari Thomas. Derek Levi is left guard. Larry Morris will handle the snapping duties. Michael Reyes is the right guard. DeLeon Madria, the right tackle. Wide receivers, Darius Jacobs, Dylan Honea, Anthony Hodges, Ingram Battles is the running back. Zamonte Kelly is the Z receiver. And quarterback, you'll see Tyler Strickland. They do not throw the ball a lot, this Arkansas Baptist team. You will see them run the ball, and then they'll run the ball some more. They will throw it enough. Seven minutes until we get things kicked off. It's gotten kind of quiet out here as I think the senior day festivities went a little bit quicker than anyone expected them to do. But when you have 10 of them, I'm telling you, those things are changed. You look back, and you heard us announce the starting lineups, the juniors freshmen and sophomores that are starting and playing. You've got so many kids that will be back next year and growing into 2-year college football players. And then you have these group of young men from these local high schools that are on campus. And you just see people that continue to stay around and make a difference. Coach Ben McLaughlin, Coach James Wood, Corey York, Coach Moe, those guys, all of them, and those that we forgot or didn't mention as well. Coach Jared Freeman is there. Coach Josh Graham. Congratulations to Coach Josh Graham. They did a great job of putting on the Wildcat Invitational last week, a Monday and Tuesday golf tournament. Of course, Coach Ty Young played here, cornerback coach now. Max Pardon, one of those stories that we talked about, was a player here for LC and now coaches the quarterbacks and running backs coach Joe Campanelli. Noah Logan is the wide receivers coach and their video coordinator. Tight ends coach Logan McAlpine and defensive assistant coach. And we saw him part of the senior day festivities is Brody Pace. So that gives you a look up and down. But this group has things going in the right direction on there. In 2 years removed from a Sooner Athletic Conference championship, so don't think that the program was in disarray. But anytime you start things over, man, and you bring back, you've got an opportunity. Now you see up on the hill, the Wildcats are making their way up to the top of the hill. Jordan Oglesby, for the years that he has been here, has led the charge down that hill. He'll have the hammer in hand and ready to come down. Looks like that group of seniors is across the front line, and so that's a little bit of a difference. It's all up, but that's so good to see. That group right behind the goal post. English Village is out. The right, softball and baseball play their games down there. That's what you see. That parking lot that is behind the Wildcats. To their left is the softball area and softball parking, so that's where those guys will reside. Arkansas Baptist still not up the hill yet, and we are 4 minutes and 46 seconds, 4:46 away from scheduled kickoff time.
From kickoff. 6 minutes away from kickoff here in Wildcat Field.
And man, this is just here comes Jordan. He's got the hammer down. He'll get him swaying and gets things going. There's a good look on your screen there of Jordan. There's Bryce Perkins in that group, Gavin Lilly, and ready to go. They'll get the music going, get the sway going, and one last time here at home, Jordan Oglesby is going to bring out his LC Wildcats. And what a moment this is for that young man, one of the senior leaders here on this program. Well, we talked to him all the way back at Media Day, and such a delight to visit with that young man.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats.
Well, we're going to turn it over here to our national anthem and get this going first.
Under the direction of Miss Cynthia Brennan. And now, if you will, Lord God, we ask this afternoon your blessing on the game about to be played. May those on the field enter this competition in the spirit of sportsmanship and with respect to the opposing team. With your help, Lord, we ask to know humility in victory and grace in defeat. We ask, Lord, that you bless each one of us here this afternoon, especially the players, coaches, officials, students, and parents. And let us all represent our schools and our communities with respect. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
moving on the hill now, and it is time, and let's welcome out one final time here at home this season, your Louisiana College Wildcats. And here come your Wildcats. Good looking Cats making their way out. Arkansas Baptist coming up that hill, and again, peculiarities here. They've got to get over there and do that on the side. And it is time for the season finale at home for Louisiana Christian University. It's a conference game. Cats looking to go 6-1 in conference play. And when you take a look back at a 4-7 season a year ago and an opportunity to go 7-3 in this one, a lot of business to take care of. And this is one of those games that you certainly don't want to be looking ahead on.
And your Wildcat captains today are your senior Wildcats.
Seniors making their way out there. All 9 of these guys leading the way for the Wildcats is, of course, Levi Hilborn is out there. Judson Mixon is there. Getting our direction on here too. 93 is Chase Terrebonne, the tight end out of Kentwood, Louisiana, and 83 is Terrence Williams Jr. Arkansas Baptist has called it. They have
Option the second half.
Arkansas Baptist has won the toss and deferred their option to the second half, so the Cats will get the football once they sort things out as to which direction they're going to be. Captains this afternoon.
Within the north end zone.
Captains for this afternoon. For Arkansas Baptist, for the Buffaloes, number 6, Vernon Grant, the third, and number 66. Number 66 is, of course, he's on the third page on here, Larry Morris, a 6-foot offensive lineman out of Crossett, Arkansas. He is a freshman, so that's awesome to see. PA announcer Randy getting the folks pumped up here. Again, we will keep an eye on that Ottawa score for you as it gets going. Texas Wesleyan, and they are at Texas Wesleyan. Back deep to receive for the Wildcats, number 82, Darrell Walden. Also going back there with him is D-Dub. Darius Washington is there. I see, looks like Cervoni off to the far side. Colin Cervoni is that guy that is there, and set to kick things off for a little bit of a sky kick. Washington's going to come up and get that. Bobbles it, but gets it at the 26. D-Dub now reverses field. He's going to be brought down at the 30, so give him a 4-yard return, and that is it. And that's where the Wildcats will start over. First down and 10. First and 10 for the Wildcats. Here they go, and expect them to go with a lot of tempo. Jatarius Johnson, the redshirt freshman. Joe is in the backfield with Bryce Perkins. To the near side, it is Omar Davis. He is matched up there by number 20, Arian Johnson Jr. And that's going to be a tough battle for Johnson if he stays up that tight on Omar. In motion, the far side. They're going to hand it off to Joe. This side cuts back in, spins around, and is going to pick up 7 on the play. Joe, the first one, they'll give him 5 officially on it, make it second down and 5. Quick snap, just a couple of seconds off the play clock. Joe dives forward for a first down. They'll give it to him. First down and 10. Cats rapidly moving here. First down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Motion comes to the near side. That is EJ. They're going out of the backfield to EJ, and EJ just gets hammered on the far side. And boy, where was that officiating crew in the Saints playoff game years ago? just hammered out Deron Presley with the personal foul. Or with the defensive pass interference.
Defense, number 17, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Automatic first down on that one. That'll put the ball all the way down to the plus 43. And here's that three-man stacked line. They've got Davis, Xavion Butler, and EJ to the near side. High snap. Joe's got to bang around. He's going to have to need a block from Bryce. Joe's trying to get to the outside 40, now 30. What a run to the 25 and down to the 24-yard line. Reverses field, goes about 50 yards just to pick up about 18, but a tremendous job by Johnson that time. Back to pass quickly. Perkins looking for it all. He's got EJ in the corner, just overshoots him by about 3 yards. And you see head baseball coach Mike Burns down there on the golf cart, and that's a common sight down there in the end zone. 13:46, so a minute 14 gone in this one. The Cats are rapidly moving down the field. 4 plays, 46 yards on this drive. Snap is back there. Johnson's got it again. Joe up the middle. 15 now 10. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown to Terrius Johnson. Touchdown Wildcats. Joe into the end zone there. And I mean, once he got through the line, that was it. Levi Hilborn will be on, and you get a good look at Joe coming off right there. That was, I think he looked around looking for somebody to tackle him, and nobody was there. And he stops and talks to Coach Corey York and says, yep, that's what we told you was coming. Snap is back. Perkins has it. Kick is up. Hilborn is true. Over the hill it goes, and the Cats up 7-0 in the first minute 20 of this one. We'll be back right after this. You're watching LC Football on 446 Sports.
There's a reason why more of your friends and neighbors talk about their cataract surgery at Wallace Eye Associates. They know our tradition of eye excellence spans decades. They also know how committed we are to our local community. If you're ready to have your vision restored through modern cataract surgery, call us to schedule your annual cataract evaluation. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
We are back, ready to go. 4 carries, 54 yards for Joe, and a touchdown. His long one was 23 yards. Hilborn set to put a foot into this one. And does. Good kick back to the 5-yard line where it is gathered in there. 15 slowly making his way up to the 20, getting to the outside, and going to be brought down there is Cameron Burks. Host of Wildcats in there. Looking inside, Mason Abear, back up tight end, goes in there and gets the special teams tackle. And this is where we told you that they'll come out and want to run the football and establish it. They try to run the ball a lot. Cats lead this one 7-0. Tremendous run. We'll recap that for you. It is our Tire Discount Center drive recap. 5 plays, 69 yards. Minute 14 is all that it took. Back to pass now. Here comes pressure. Dumped off. We told you they'd run the ball a lot. And first play, they come out throwing. Pushed out of bounds. David Voorhees on the tackle. Give him credit for it. But that was good work by who they've got back in there. Tyler Strickland now will call for the ball again. Slow snap back to him. Penalty flag prior to this. He dumps that one off. Nearly intercepted, but a whole lot wrong on that play as things just took a minute to get going. And believe that it was going to be a motion or a shift prior to the snap.
Moving 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So you had somebody off the line of scrimmage in the backfield that didn't need to be, and that will push it back, make it 2nd down and 8. Second down now and 8 following that penalty. And, boy, that just makes a big difference on there. Strickland set to get things going for the Cats. The snap is back. Looking to pass. He's pressured. Going for it all over the middle. And, had a receiver out there. That was number 85. Jeremiah Rice that was out on that one and just overshoots him. But I'm telling you, keep an eye on that one as Jeremiah was flying down open there. He's got battles in the backfield with him here. Make sure that is who is back there on third down. That's Rupert, Tavion Rupert in the backfield with Strickland. Strickland calls for the ball, is back to pass, and now dumps this one off. It hits the ground beforehand, and that's going to bring up fourth down following that incompletion. And so a good job to get together on those guys and call that one. That'll bring up fourth down, and back to punt here is number 10, Washington. Darius Washington on the receiving end of it. He puts his heels at the 40-yard line for Louisiana Christian University. Kick is away. It's just a squib kick over the middle. It's going to check up around the 50, and a good job jumping up and grabbing that one by number 32 to not let it go any further. Heads up play by Rashad Davis, and that will bring up first down and 10 for the Wildcats out from near midfield. They'll start in negative territory.
Ball the waist. Kicking team number 44. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the kick. First down.
There you heard it. So take away the fact that the Cats will start inside negative territory. That 15 yards was an illegal block below the waist. That will put them out to the 36-yard line is where LC will be, and they'll get things going on there. The Cats starting off about as great as they could. In this one, they already lead at 7-0. You see that on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard at the bottom. There's a little bit of trickeration and shifting, and Lilly and company go way out wide left, kind of a reverse swinging gate, if you will. And my goodness, there's a snap throw over to Darius that bounces, but he's got it. Comes up and 9 yards out of that, and look, that was a whole lot going on, but the Cats do pick up 9 yards. And they will stay in that formation that's got, Lilly and Gotro out left, and they're going to have the keeper. And look, I'm going to tell you, it's difficult to describe, but it sure is a lot of fun to watch. That's the first down, picked up by Bryce Perkins. Boy, the growth of Bryce Perkins this season has been great. We saw him all the way going back to that McNeese game, having to hurry somebody off the field. They'll snap it, get it away. Joe's got it again. He bangs his way up the middle. He's going to pick up 2 or 3 on it, but they'll stop the clock, and don't know why they did. It was a first down.
12 players on the field at the snap. Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So you hear our referee, Tyler Crone, let you know that it was illegal participation. And that's just credit Bryce Perkins for snapping the football before the last guy could get off. The clock will run at 11:40, and that'll stop things once again.
Offside with contact. Defense, number 90. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Couple of more penalties on this drive, and the Cats will be in the end zone. Back-to-back plays, they get the first down. Looks like into the H-back position for the Cats. Play action by Perkins. He's going in the end zone, and that one is a touchdown. It is complete. Sneaking out of the backfield was Jaden Wells, but hold everything. The flag. Jaden Wells comes out of that H-back spot. Let's go down the field.
Ineligible player downfield. Offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty. First down.
They're going to whistle the Wildcats for an ineligible man downfield. That is Christian Arnett. on it. X comes back in. Xavion Butler will replace Wells at that H-back spot, it looks like. Actually, look, Omar Davis is in at quarterback now. A lot of moving around, trickeration. Here comes the inside handoff. Omar leading the way, blocking. EJ into the end zone. Touchdown, EJ Scott. Touchdown, Wildcats. And look, you guys got to bear with me for struggling to call that thing. There was a lot going on. The end result, that is a Wildcat touchdown. You got Omar that was in at quarterback. Toss, a flip, and a who knows, and we'll see if we have that instant replay. We will keep it through the break and try to go back and watch that one as Levi on for the extra point. Bangs that one up the hill, and it's 14-0. We'll see if we can take a look at that touchdown one more time. Cool play of the game. There's no doubt about that. Wildcats lead at 14-0, and they are off and rolling in this one early on. Just getting some stats for you. 6 first downs for the Wildcats. 5 have been by the ground. 1 has been via the penalty. 8 offensive plays for the Wildcats. 85 total yards they have went. Just 2 passing attempts on the day. EJ Scott credited with a 16-yard touchdown run. So the Cats now, we told you, on the ground have amassed 76 yards on this. That one rolling up the onside kick, and penalty is going to be, it looks like offsides is going to be whistled. The Cats are excited about it, but I think it's going to come back. We'll get down to the field, and it may be offsides because they threw that flag pretty quickly. So I don't believe it for a touch before 10 yards. The only thing it could be that quick is an offsides on the Cats kicking team. But let's go down to the field as they whistle it in, and we'll check that out. We'll go down and see what Tyler Crone has to tell us.
Offside. Kicking team, number 42. 5-yard penalty. We'll re-kick.
They'll re-kick things here, but let me tell you, when we talked to Coach Ben McLaughlin post-game following that Texas College game, he took full responsibility for being conservative and trailing in that game the way they did. He said, Doug, he said, we won't do that again. We will not be conservative at a game. It gets us out of our game plan. We're going to go to work. And here on a Saturday afternoon in November, these guys are going to work. Hilborn now set to put the foot into another one. Don't expect that they'll roll up the onside again, and they don't. They send this one high and back to the 10-yard line is where it is gathered in. He's going to cut out to the right side. Going to be dropped there by a host of Wildcats. That's Cameron Burks that is there and driven out by a host of Wildcats led by Oglesby, and Christian Dole is there. Out of Tioga, Travis Adams, who we talked to Coach Ben before the game too, and he said, look, Travis is about on every special teams that we do. So they're high on Travis Adams, no doubt about that. They have moved that game at Texas Wesleyan back to a 4 o'clock start. It was listed as 2. It's a 4 p.m. start today. 14-0 we go here. Wildcats in the lead early in this one. Handoff goes up the middle. Wildcats stymie any attempt at it there. That's Oglesby along with Colton Sharp. Colton Sharp out of Gina, Louisiana. His Gina Giants doing big time work this season. 2nd down and 9 to go. Jump back over here and look at our friends that follow us on YouTube. We'll visit with those guys. That pass is behind number 13 there and knocked away. That's just good work in coverage to come up and finish that off was Jason Coleman Jr. Pass was intended for Lamonte Kelly. Our friends from Germany are watching this one, so a big shout out to the Eagles over there. Berlin group was in town a couple of weeks ago, back to pass. Going to get out of trouble as Strickland spun around. Good blocking downfield, and he's going to get a first down. And that's just tremendous, tremendous work there out of that young man at quarterback and Tyler Strickland. See who else is watching us. Folks there watching for the Buffaloes, and we appreciate them tuning in to watch this one. That's going to be a handoff up the middle. Going to get maybe a yard on the play. See what they officially mark him. Coming up out of the bottom of the pile, Jordan Oglesby, and he is having a game that you would expect he would have. Kendall Rowan, a couple of the seniors that came out on senior day, received those senior day footballs, and a lifetime of memories for their time here at LCU. Chiming in, and folks are watching Marquise Hampton. Gator, they call him. There goes Strickland to the corner. Good looking work coming up and playing. They'll roll the clock. And that was Lyric Hawkins. Hawkins came up and made that play. You remember Hawkins, we said, out of that Edna Carr team that's just a powerhouse. They'll lose a yard on the play. Make it 3rd down now and 10. So gained a yard on first, lost it back on 2nd down. See Queen M is watching, and she said to tell us hi to Gator. And as always, she's followed along all season long. Strickland back to pass, dumps this one off. It is complete into a wide open flat. Face mask here. Penalties will come from everywhere, and the first down was gathered, but Polk is going to be whistled for a face mask, and that'll put the Buffaloes down into Wildcat territory for the first time.
Foul, face mask, defense, number 32. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
Automatic first down, but the first down was gained on the line to gain. Again, if you're following along on YouTube, and a lot of you are so far, we invite you to let us know where you're from. Leave us a little comment there. Make sure you hit that like button on there. A lot of comments, a lot of folks watching. Hit that like button for us. That helps us get this video out to more folks. Handoff goes to the far side, racing around the corner, but not out of the grasp there. And that's just big time work by Brandon Johnson, the junior safety out of Captain Shreve. Good pursuit is what you want. Horizontal pursuit, being able to go side to side with these guys is what you've got to be able to do. 2nd down and 10 following that stop of the line of scrimmage. Big shout out to our buddy Scott Mills, who was on the mic 2 weeks ago. Filled in for us when that game was moved to Friday. Spinning around is Strickland, squaring up his body. He's under pressure. Just going to dump that one off. It is complete. Hawkins out there, but tremendous work defensively on the pressure was Jonathan Moore-Leday. And Moore-Leday, a tremendous job as he has been in the backfield, not just this game, but all season long, has Moore-Leday. 3rd down and 8 we go from the 41-yard line following the first down and the face mask. Strickland calls for the ball, steps back. Now back to pass. He's throwing this one down the seam, and it's picked off. Colin Polk has it. Got it, and look, he is aggravated with himself only because he slipped down. He had 6 in front of him, but slips down on the turf here at Wildcat Field and gets the ball back. Good work. You get a look at Colin Polk coming off the field right there. And look, you see the aggravation that he has. He saw the end zone in front of him. First look at Datelin Cunningham. Datelin Cunningham now in at running back. And also PJ is in there. Phillip Jones, the second in at quarterback. Datelin Cunningham in at running back. Davis and Davis and EJ to the near side. Phillip will take it himself off the left side, now back to the middle, bust forward to the 40-yard line, and that's a 12-yard gain for the first down. Good to see PJ in there, and he is a different dynamic from Bryce, to say the least. They switched things around now and put Omar behind EJ, and I don't think anybody's going to hide Jones stepping out of the pocket. He's going to have to tuck this and run. Thought he might have had an opening, but unable to get that one away. They will give him a yard, so no sack on the play. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage, the Cats go. Davis now will be the lone receiver over here, and that stack is to the far side. You got Xavion Butler, EJ, and Darius to that far side. Jones fakes the toss, goes up the middle, gets a pretty good block, sheds a tackle to the 45 and 50, and inside of Buffalo territory down to the 49. There's a good look at PJ there. And that's going to be another Wildcat first down. Off and running go the Cats here. Momentum, tempo. This is that NASCAR offense they talked about. We've seen it on display the last few weeks of the season. Play action there. That one's dumped off, and boy, just laid out D-Dub, but he hangs on to it. What a tremendous that catch that was from Darius Washington. They'll give him 6 on the play, make it 2nd down and 4. And we've seen Darius Washington out of Alexandria Senior High make those tackles before, make those catches before. Jones back to pass. He's going over the top to Omar. Omar, a little bit of hand fighting there, and nothing called. So good coverage down the line. That is number 20, Arian Johnson Jr., the 6-foot cornerback out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Granny Margaret is watching her Buffaloes from Augusta, Arkansas. So there you go. JW is watching all the way from San Leandro, California, says go Wildcats. Well, that's just trouble in the backfield, and he is picked up and slung down on 3rd down, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and that's just not the direction the Cats needed to go there. 4th down and 8 following their 7 following that loss. And see if the Cats try to play some field position, and they do. Levi Hilborn will come out to punt. Don't forget, while you're here, leave us a message and let us know where you're watching from. They're watching, let's see, Preston Dennis Hines out of Houston, Texas. They're watching. 5:10 to go in the first period of play. Hilborn's got this one, stands around, lets his coverage team before he kicks a little end-over-end kick. It should roll dead there, and it does, the 16-yard line. So Levi gets that one down there. You get a look at Travis Adams out of Tioga. Local product is there, and they'll turn it back over now. Arkansas Baptist will have it with 4:58 remaining in the first quarter of play. Don't forget, the Cats make their way all the way out across a couple of time zones into Surprise, Arizona next Saturday. That is a 6 p.m. start locally, or 5 p.m., 7 out there. We'll get that. Just keep an eye out for the link. You'll see it here. Same spot. You can go to 446Sports YouTube page and keep an eye on everything the Wildcats do all season long. Snap is back there, handoff up the middle and off and running there before he is brought down. We'll see who dives in and gets that one. It looked like Isaiah Joels that tripped him up. There you get a look at Joels. 2nd down and 4 to go for the Wildcats. Hand off to the left side, now spinning around, and is going to have the 1st down. So after not finding much, but again, they tried throwing the ball those first couple of drives, and that's not what their MO is. It's a new set of downs for Arkansas Baptist. That was Tavion Rupert that carried the ball out of Shabuta, Mississippi. We think it is anyway. False start is going to be whistled there. It'll be 1st down and 15.
single star. Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty. First down.
1st and 15. Sierra Sterling says, let's go Buffalo. Regina Martin is watching, says, let's go Buffaloes from Macon, Georgia. So a lot of Buffalo fans on the broadcast today. That handoff goes off to the right side. Spun around and brought down after a pickup of, give him 3 of the penalty yards. That'll make it 2nd down and 12 now. That's the way to do it. Hit that like button over there and leave us a comment. We don't watch the Facebook feed as much. YouTube is where we primarily send our stream to and monitor it. Love the folks that spend some time with us during our afternoons at the ball field. Strickland now looks in and calls for it. Back to pass. Here comes pressure. Oh, just hit as he gets that away. That was big time work coming in and getting that. That's Jamarian Jackson. Look, they'll officially list that as a hurry, but I think they ought to have a new stat. That was a quarterback panic because Strickland was just ducking and covering and getting out of the way with Jackson coming after him. 3rd down and 12 for the Buffaloes. We are at 3:10 remaining here in the first. Back to pass is Strickland. He slips down, is able to right the ship, and going to go down for a yard loss. So that's going to be credited as a sack. Give that sack to Jackson and reached out and got that big paw on there. So a loss of a yard and officially a quarterback sack for Jackson. And that will bring up 4th down. Going to send Washington back to punt, I believe is who that is. Cervoni is back deep to receive. You got 2 of them back there, Walden and Cervoni. That's a high kick. They're just going to call the fair catch. Actually, it splits the middle. Cervoni picks it up. No fair catch called for. To the 50 now, 45. 40 spun around and dropped down there out of bounds. But he saved what's called hidden yardage. You know, that ball had an opportunity to kick and keep rolling. You pick it up and save whatever you can. So in starting from the 40, 35, whatever it is, he's got the Cats back in plus territory at the 37-yard line. So new set of downs for the Wildcats. They lead at 14-0 with 2:23 remaining. Take a look at some of the stats while the Cats make their way out there. 96 yards on the ground for Louisiana Christian. 96 total yards, give it. Back to pass, and there's a quick throw by Perkins. Davis has it, looking for some blocking. He gets it from EJ and Butler. Omar again, that stack set over here. This time it's got EJ, Omar, and Butler. Nobody out to that far side. Datelin Cunningham, the running back, is in there. We saw Darius Johnson go the bulk of the way in this first quarter. Cunningham now has it up the middle, banging around, and he's going to have the first down. He'll get the ball just to the 28-yard line, and that will be a first down Wildcats. 140 and counting here in a rapidly moving first period. 2:32 on your Saturday afternoon. Snap is back to Perkins. Play action. This time they're going one-on-one. Butler at the top of it, unable to pull it in, and that's just good coverage out of the cornerbacks. That's number 14, Brendan Ward, that goes out there and just knocks that one away. But I don't believe could have covered Butler any better than that. X looked like he had a step, but Brendan Ward was able to shut that down, and now it's 2nd down and 10. Zion Simmons says, shout out to my son, Zion, number 53. So absolutely, shout out to Zion, who is from Houma, Louisiana, Terrebonne High School. First down or 2nd down carry up the middle. And Datelin's going to get 4 on the play, make it 3rd down and 6. Cats not going with as much tempo on this drive.
The player was injured prior to the ball being set.
So they're saying that the injured player was prior to the ball being set, so they weren't able to snap it. And that could have been what got the Cats going backwards on it. 3rd down and 6 we go. Motion is Cunningham. They're going to swing it to him out of the backfield. That one is incomplete. And, well, that play just did not look right from the start.
Pass, Cunningham. Ball's
Be 4th down for the Cats. The ball rested at 24. Definitely in range of Levi Hilborn, but Perkins and company. And they may try to draw Arkansas Baptist off here and make it a little more manageable. It is 4th down and 6. And exactly what they do. Good hard count there by Hilborn. Not going to be a 1st down, though. But that's what you wanted, and that'll bring that big jumbo package in there, as you'll see some extra offensive linemen coming in. Jatarius Johnson back in. We'll get the official word.
Offside, defense, number 94, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Yeah, that was that's what you figured the play was there. Your playbook opens up a lot between 4th and 1 and 4th and 6. And so, again, look at the 3 blocking backs that are back there in this big, heavy package. And Joe looking to take a direct snap, but dadgummit goes right over his head. He's going to have to fall on it, and not how they drew it up by any means, and not what they wanted to happen. It's going to be a turnover on downs as the ball was snapped over the head of Johnson. And so that big play does not materialize. 52 seconds remain here in the first. Ball goes over to the Buffaloes.
Outside the ball at the 34-yard line for Arkansas Baptist.
Cats are rolling along, and then you saw Trey Grogan on your screen. He comes in at the corner there. He is joined on the defensive side. Luke Higgs, freshman out of Hannon, down on the North Shore. So I know Mike McMillan and that group are watching that. Pump fake there, going over the middle. That one's got to be picked, and it is. Colin Polk just says, "Give me that." Jumps up, grabs it. That's his 2nd INT of the day. Colin Polk with another big one, and he is on pace for a huge game. Goes up there and gets a little love from Brandon Johnson II. And the Cats give it, and the Cats. Great work on the instant replay down there, guys. Awesome job. 1st down and 10. Omar coming out on the field. You see him over there. He is joined by Trace Williams. Or Trace has had some big-time catches for the Cats. Joe back in at running back. He will be to the right side of Bryce Perkins, and E.J. Scott flanked out there with Trace. Snap is back there. There's a little trickeration once again. Bryce has a man wide open. Out of the backfield, complete to the 40. Making men miss. Spun around at the 30, hitting the circle button, and down to the 29-yard line he goes. Trace Williams, we told you, big-time Trace Williams comes in there and just makes big-time things happen. Good work there by the junior out of Bell Chase. That is big-time Trace Williams.
They're first.
And that is a timeout taken by Arkansas Baptist. ABC, Arkansas Baptist College. The Buffaloes take their time out. We'll take it with them. Be back in 30 seconds. You are watching LC Wildcat football on 446 Sports. We are back here to Wildcat Field, home of the Wildcats, LC University. And the Cats now first down and 10. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Perkins calls for the ball. Joe's got it up the middle. Joe again. Oh, he's tripped down at the 20-yard line. He'll make it to the 18. 14 seconds to go. And Johnson having himself a game right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't know if they'll get the playoff, and they do not. That is going to end it here in the first quarter of play. Wildcats
Of the first quarter.
Wildcats dominating in this one, 14-0. They're marching, heading in for another one. We'll be back for the start of the second period. Right after this, you're watching LC University football. Convergence Media production here on 446 Sports.
At Louisiana Christian University, you are more than just a number. You are a valuable part of a Christ-centered community, focused on connecting you with your purpose. Here, you'll interact with passionate faculty, gain valuable life experiences, and develop long-lasting friendships. With small class sizes, generous scholarship opportunities, and over 60 programs of study, the education you receive will set you up for success. Start your Wildcat journey today by visiting lcuniversity.edu.
Back for the second quarter of action. Take a look at some first quarter stats. Perkins, 3 of 6, 51 yards. PJ, 1 of 2 for 6 yards, but the difference has been Joe Johnson on the ground, 5 carries, 65 yards, 1 touchdown, 13 yards a carry. Phillip Jones has carried it 4 times for 20 yards. E.J. Scott, the 1 carry, the 1 touchdown, 16 yards, and you can give half of those yards to a couple other players. Bryce Perkins has a carry, Dayton Cunningham has a couple. And they give a 15-yard loss on that snap over the head. So that's where you'll see a difference in the individual stats and the overall net rushing yardage. But we go Cats marching 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Play action to Joe. Throwing that one over the end zone and incomplete. Throwing that to Cervoni in double coverage. But there you get a look at 17, Deron Presley, and 27, Braden Purifoy out of Magnolia, Arkansas. Purifoy, the freshman there, back in coverage, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Johnson in the backfield with Perkins, just flanked off to his left. They will send Wells in motion. Little dump out of the backfield to Johnson, and Johnson shoving the man down and being pushed out of bounds near that hill over there. 52 was on him at that point. That was LaDainian Hunter, freshman out of Houston. A lot of freshmen on these teams. Between these, you look up and down, you see a lot of freshmen and a lot of sophomore. Here, you see 3rd down and 3. Snap is back. Joe's got it off right side. He cuts back up to the middle inside the 11 to the 10, and it'll be 4th down and a yard. Expect the Cats to go for it down here. They have been pretty dominant, but I think they will just run the football and won't get back into the trickeration again. There you get a look at Perkins and Johnson. EJ is in the slot. He's out there with Trace Williams. They will send Wells from side to side in motion. Now they bring him back the other way. A lot of motion as Lilly now goes the other way. 6 seconds trying to get Arkansas Baptist to move, and instead look like the Cats do. We'll go get the official word.
False start. Offense, number 17. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Expect the Cats to kick it from there now on 4th down and 6, but I don't see any movement from the specials teams unit. Now you do. Hilburn and company will make their way out there. So they're trying to draw them off, and I don't think it really messes you up any getting that. You're either going to get the penalty, take a delay or something, because you get a little bit better angle for Levi Hilburn on this kick. You see him from that right hash, and there's such a thing as being too close on there, and I think it messed up the angle a little bit. He goes back, and Hilburn set to try this one from 32. Snap is back, hold is down, kick up. and it floats through. Oh, no good. Missed it off to the left is where that had to be. So unable to get that one across is Hilburn, and the Wildcats squander a golden opportunity down there. That'll bring the ball out to the 22-yard line, and that is where the Buffaloes have it. First down and 10, 13-23. Let's see who else is there. They're watching us from Jonesboro, Arkansas today. If you're new to the channel, and a lot of you those that are watching from Arkansas, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate that. Doesn't cost you anything. Handoff off the left side. Getting some good room. Driven out of bounds. That's a good-looking carry by Tavion Rupert. Out near the first down. They'll stop him shy of the line to gain, but make it just second down and 1, so give him 9 yards on that carry. Rupert now with his 5th carry. He's got a quarter of 100 on there. Some Ash Trojans in the house out in front of us there. I see them leaving. Handoff up the middle is going to get the first.
Rush up the middle. Number 91, Luke Higgs there for the Wildcats, but he will pick up the first down.
You know, one thing you do if you're Arkansas Baptist, you just continue to grind away. If LC University letting you just hang in there. Started fast at the Cats. They went with a lot of tempo, and it seemed like they pulled back from that just a bit. Snap is back. Strickland's got it. He's facing pressure up the middle, but going over the top. Good coverage out on the wing there by David Voorhees III. Voorhees doing a great job out in coverage down the line. Second down and 10 now, 12:09 here until halftime. Handoff up the middle, but off to the right, I guess, a little more of it is what you'll see banging around, but
49 pressing Baker. And what are the Wildcats here? Nope.
in on that one for the Wildcats
38 Trace McHugh.
was McHugh. Also in there was Christian Doyle. Doyle and McHugh. We told you that group of linebackers would rotate out a lot. And we've seen some big plays that have been made by all of them. This is third down now and 7. There's one going, thrown incomplete, out of bounds. Out on the coverage once again is Brandon Johnson. And had an opportunity to make that catch if he was able to hang on. Looked like he was going to keep a foot in bounds. Did not. And it'll be 4th down and 7. Cats force another punt. And on to punt this one away, Kamasi Washington. Doyle, or Savoni and Walden back deep to receive. They both are at the 44-yard line on 4th and 7. Cats defense playing pretty well in this one today. Snap is back. No real pressure, and that one is high and short. And Walden calls for the first down, or the fair catch. Sits down at the 46, and that's where the Cats will have it. First down and 10. And look, the number one rule in returning punts is catch the football, and that's exactly what Darrell Walden did. Walden, the 5'6" freshman out of Shreveport's Captain Shreve. Datelin Cunningham will make his way back out there. Let's take a look at some of your defensive leaders for the Wildcats. David Voorhees and Jordan Oglesby both lead the way with 4 tackles in that one. 2 interceptions on the day by Kylan Polk. And we're going the other way now. Play action. Perkins is going to get swallowed up back there, and he's going to lose 15 yards on that sack. Officially just 14, but I don't care. It's not a big difference at that point. It's going to be second down and 24. Goodness gracious. That play action was one of those that you have to be careful on. Nothing opened up for him right away. He does the good thing, takes the sack, doesn't try to throw it away and perhaps get a pick. Davis in lone coverage, no safety help. Watch for something to Omar at the top of the screen. Play action there. They go over the top to Omar. Omar getting some space, but the ball is overthrown by a yard there. And a penalty flag is going to be thrown at the 43. Looks like we're going to have pass interference on the defense. We'll go down to the field and see what Mr. Crone has for us. They're going to call DPI on this one. And that's a tough one, as it doesn't look like the ball was catchable, but it may not have been catchable because he was held up just a bit. Let's go down to the field.
Pass interference, defense, number 32, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's the difference when you get out of high school and into college. That's an automatic first down. 15 yards would not have been enough yardage for the first down, but does get it there. John Scott out in Compton, California is watching. He says he needs to see some more E.J. Scott. Trace Williams, Omar Davis are receivers, and the aforementioned E.J. Scott out in the slot in this one. First down and 10 for the Wildcats from the 48-yard line. It's about where they started things off. Handoff, no play action there. Dump to Trace out of the backfield. He's going to get just a yard before he is thrown down behind the line of scrimmage, but the ball is out at the 49. So out near midfield it goes. Second down and 9, 10-16 and counting in this one until halftime. Cats have been in control. First couple of drives they put up touchdowns, but this Arkansas Baptist Buffaloes team has really stood up to the challenge here in the last 10 to 15 minutes of gameplay. Perkins back to pass. He's going down the seam. Holding is going to be thrown from way back from the side, from the interstate, and from a lot of different places, as that was seen from a lot of different folks. Let's go down and get the official word.
Holding, defense, number 0, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, when you saw that, and that's that's just what you do. If you'd rather give up the penalty than get beat for the touchdown at that point, and that's what was coming. Perkins now over the top. EJ's got it. 20 now 10. Touchdown, EJ Scott. Touchdown, Wildcats. Let's take a look at it one more time. He is in the end zone. Beautiful work from Bryce Perkins to E.J. Scott. And that one sent all the way out to Compton. How about that for a little more E.J. Scott? Hilborn set to tack on the extra point. Timeout coming up after this. Snap back, kick up. It is hammered through. It's up. It's good. 21-0. Cats lead this one. 9:45 on the clock. We'll be back right after this. You're watching LC Wildcat football on 446 Sports. Back to work we go here. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Wildcats taking advantage of it. You see the scoreboard there, freshly painted this season. Wildcats lead it 21-0 with 9:45 to go. Hilburn set to put a foot into this one. Hammers that one back, and it is going to go into the end zone about 3 yards deep, make it a touchback on the afternoon. Clock stays there at 9:45. Don't forget, the Cats take the long trip out next week. They will fly out Friday morning heading to Arizona. Keep an eye on Ottawa and Texas Wesleyan. That game is there in the Fort Worth area. Funky Town, they call it, over the PA system. I don't know why, but I'm just telling you, that's what they do. Handoff to the near side, breaking out of a couple of tackles. Good running room, and that's just a tremendous run to the near side by Ingram Battles, the freshman running back out of Blytheville, Arkansas. Leonard on the tackle, and it'll be 1st and 10 as the clock runs here. Cats lead it 21-0. Certainly righted the ship a little bit, had went stagnant on offense just a bit. Here comes pressure up the middle. Good job of blocking. Oglesby coming. That one's going to come back unless Kylan's got his third, and he does. 3 INTs on the day. Polk goes down, and he is shaken up. Looks like he landed. Kylan Polk lands a little, and look how quickly they're out there to talk to him. That young man.
That penalty is declined. Result of the play is an interception. First down, Louisiana Christian.
Look, Kylan comes over, and I think he just hit the ground hard. And the way he had that look on his face there, you'll take that one. He wasn't holding any extremity, no knee, a back, a shoulder, anything. Looked like his head may have just hit that turf and shaken him up a little bit. Tough as nails is that young man, Kylan Polk. Kylan Polk, the freshman out of Lauraville High, and boy, he is cementing his name on this player of the game. First down and 10 for the Wildcats. Direct snap to Cunningham, and he is directly dropped in the backfield. And that's going to make it 2nd down. See if they give him a loss on it, maybe a yard. They do, make it 2nd down and 11. Datelin takes a direct snap and nowhere to go. Cats have it. Datelin now with a conventional handoff. There goes Datelin. 30, now 40. They're not going to get Datelin Cunningham. 40, now 30. Nobody will catch him into the end zone. Give him 82. Give him a touchdown, Wildcats. Have it. That is now 88 yards on the day. And just to put that into perspective, 88 yards rushing for Datelin Cunningham. 82 came right there. Hilborn set to attempt the point after. Snap back, kick up. It is good. 28-0. Cats lead this one after a big one. We'll take a break. You see it, 8:28 to go until halftime. You are watching LC Wildcats football on 446 Sports.
Your property demands equipment with more reliability built in. Kubota equipment. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
Find a dealer near you at LouisianaKubotaDealers.com.
Off to the side. Be sure you get yourself something good.
And we are back here, 8:28 to go in the second. Wildcats have 169 yards rushing on 18 carries. That's a 9.4 average. Yes, it was aided by those 82 yards, but I don't care. Nearly 9.5 yards a carry. That's what you want to establish in a game like this, that you have to come out there and exert some force. That kick is to the 5. Looked like they want to toss it around, and they do. That's going to go off to the far side, and it could be trouble. Levi whiffs on that one, spinning around. Nobody's going to catch him. He's going to go to the house. Polk trying to give chase, but that is going to be a 95-yard touchdown return from Brandon Purifoy. The freshman out of Magnolia, Arkansas, takes it to the house. For our folks watching back in Arkansas, we take a look at that one again. Man, he just gets out, and a little bit of a letdown on special teams. We don't have it queued up. Looking to add the PAT here, first score of the game. So a 0-play drive. That's a 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And as much as going good, they're not going to be real excited about that, the special teams coaches. That one blocked there, up into the air, going to be picked up and down there, so the try is no good. It stays 28-6. We'll keep it right here, and we'll look down some of the stats for you. JaCameron Burks takes that one to the house. He goes 95 yards for that one. Cunningham has a touchdown. E.J. Scott has 2 touchdowns on the day. He's got a 16-yard run. He's got a 41-yard touchdown reception. And Joe Johnson got things started with that 23-yard run back a minute and 20 seconds into this ball game.
Everyone's welcome. Anything's possible. Jesus is the answer. Dixon Ford, your trusted Ford dealer.
8:13 to go here on a partly cloudy afternoon. There you get a good look at the expressway and downtown Pineville and the clouds that are going on there. So great looking shot. Here comes Wildcat up into the crowd. And, that was some big momentum for the Buffaloes. ABC doing that, and they'll do a little pooch kick there. Somebody's going to have to come up and get it. It is gathered in there. Hits his own man, does Darius, before he is dropped. Things getting a little dicey down on the field. There you get a look at Darius Washington, the true freshman out of Alexandria Senior High. Part of that team that went to the Superdome last year. Finished runner-up in Select Division I. We mentioned that because the playoffs are here again, and time for another big run in there. That's why you see a lot of young players in attendance today. Of course, their final recruiting visit was a week ago. That was that game that got pushed from, or 2 weeks ago. That was that game against Texas College that got pushed from Saturday to Friday and foiled a lot of those events. No official visits today because it is senior day, but a lot of folks on campus. Perkins back to pass again. He's going over the top again. It is caught there and out of bounds he goes. They'll leave him inbounds. That is X. X marks the spot. Xavion Butler gets that one. Quickly the Cats get things going. Perkins now hurriedly to the line of scrimmage, and the Cats going back to tempo. Oh, you got Walden there diving for that one. Incomplete. They say it bounced on the ground, and boy, Darrell Walden had a good shot at it. Looked like he got under that, but didn't have a great angle from up here where I'm at. But second down and 10, that stops the clock with 7:36 to go here until halftime. You hear the public address announcer, Randy James, them claws up. Who's got some Wildcat spirit? Look, there's a hold, tugging and tugging and tugging. And Trace Williams looking for the hold. Saw some jersey coming off there, some jersey separation. I don't see a flag that was down there, but we'll see. Still don't see one, but I see a lot of officials talking. They do stop the clock at 7:36.
Official timeout for an injured official
So there you have it, officials timeout for an injured official. And you get a good look at Coach Ben McLaughlin, who is not happy that there was not holding called on that play. Go back to the replay, saw that miss from earlier. Back to work we go. Looked like the official did get up, and that is great. Holding on to things. 3 receivers to the far side. It is Omar in man coverage over to the near side. No safety help. They sprint EJ out that way. So you've got an opportunity to go to that side of it. They're going to EJ in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, EJ Scott. Touchdown, Wildcats. He's got it. Wildcats really taking advantage of the passing game in this one today. The rushing game has been there too. We'll try to check the total yardage stats for the Cats today. 330 yards, 7.5 to go in the second quarter. How about that for putting up some numbers? Speaking of 35, Levi Hilborn adds his number, 35-6. Cats lead it. We'll be back right after this.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Your property demands equipment with more reliability built in. Kubota equipment. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
Find a dealer near you at LouisianaKubotaDealers.com.
Discover Golf.
We are back to the Trios press box here on the campus of Louisiana Christian University. Wildcats up big in this one, 35-0. 14-0 in the first period, then hit a little bit of a lull, but the lull fell straight out of them. This thing is 35-6, 7:29 remaining in the first half. And to say it's been all Cats is an understatement. Again, we'll get some of those stats and more things for you at halftime. Hilborn set to put a foot into it, and that one squibs around. It's going to bounce up, checks up at the 20. Still nobody on it. They'll fall down at the 19, and I don't think you could draw up a kickoff much better than that. Did exactly what they wanted it to do, and ABC will make their way back out there. The Buffaloes will see 1st and 10 from, I guess, the 20. The nose of the football rests on the 20-yard line. Same as if there was a touchback in it. Appreciate the folks that have jumped on board and hit that like button. Also, our new subscribers. We've picked up a number of them, so we appreciate that. And this, if you have not, make sure that you get over there. It doesn't cost anything, and all we do is we will send you a notification every time we go live. So we thank you for following along with us. Have you seen our Roku channel? It's free. Just check 446Sports. Snap is back there. Handoff goes to the left side. Oglesby dives in and is going to get a tackle for loss. Jordan Oglesby doing big-time work back there. 2nd down and 10 for this Arkansas Baptist team. And look, Kylan Polk's 3 INTs have been huge in this one. But so have the 2 touchdowns and 155 yards by Bryce Perkins. Cutting back up, that's nifty running. He's going to be stopped, but not before the first down is gained by Tavion Rupert. Rupert's had a pretty good day himself. That will give Rupert 38 yards rushing on the afternoon. Dateland's got 88 yards. The Cats have run for 160 yards, 300 yards of total offense here in the first half, and that's been the difference to go along with 3 INTs from Kylan Polk. Rowan and Jackson credited with quarterback hurries. Play action there. Strickland's going to keep it. The ball is on the ground. Picked up. There's the scoop. How about the score? Down the sideline. Going to be knocked out at the 6-yard line. But Johnny on the spot was Ashton Sanders. Looking at it on your replay there, the only man that was able to get to him was running back Ingram Battles.
Out on the field.
Timeout on the field, and that looks to be Strickland. Strickland is the one that took that pretty good hit when they came up and got him. I don't know if we have a chance to see that replay one more time. If we saw the hit on it, if we get a chance to look at that again, you will. There goes Strickland to the far side, and here's going to be where the injury comes in. Is right at the end of it. You see him down on the ground there. Both players were shaken up on that, but looks like just got the breath knocked out of him a little bit. But a big round of applause for that young man as he comes off the field, and great work by our Convergence Media Department. Don't forget, if you're looking for something to do around the campus, go see Jeff Young and that group and be a part of this Convergence Media Department. They do football, baseball, basketball, cross. I think they do everything. All of the productions inside the campus and around at Coughlin Saunders, or not Coughlin Saunders, no. Gwen Auditorium, yeah, that's it. See, that was easy for me to say. Yes, the Martin Performing Arts Center. There you go. And I'm telling you, if you want probably the coolest thing to do on campus, go see Jeff Young at the Convergence Media Department. There's Omar at quarterback, fakes the trickeration. X is going to hang on to himself, hit the circle button twice, spinning around and driven out of bounds. They will stop him and say his forward motion kept him in bounds. So it's going to be second down now and goal. Looks like a flag on the play. Didn't see it. They're talking about it off to the side. And we will get it with them as soon as you hear about it.
Illegal formation, more than 4 players in the backfield, offense. The penalty is declined. Second down.
So ABC declines that one. The Buffaloes take the result of the play, which was the loss. 5:59 to go until halftime. Game that was rolling right along has hit a wall and slowed down just a little bit. Omar now, who's taken 2 snaps at quarterback, goes out in between Butler and EJ. Bryce calls for the ball. He's going over on kind of the post route there to EJ. There you get a good look at EJ Scott. Set the Wildcat receiving record for yardage in a game last season. 277 it was. .550 now, third down and 10. Definitely in range for Levi Hilborn. He has missed a field goal today. Senior kicker out of LaPorte, Texas. Bryce Perkins is troubled. He's got to spin around. He fakes the little throw, jives in, and just is hit at the goal line. And that's one of those now that I think you go out there, pat him on the back, take a look at Bryce Perkins on your screen. Helmet comes off. He don't care.
The next down due to his helmet.
Helmet comes off. He's just got a smile, and that's that Bryce Perkins that you've come to know here. Comes around, and at this point, he's just playing around. Fakes it. I don't know what he's faking, but he got the work there. Down to the goal line and is hit head on right there. A little helmet to helmet caused that one to come off. But you go right to, well, you got a direct snap to Jatarius Johnson. And this is that one that they tried earlier on 4th down. High snap to Joe. Joe follows about 19 offensive linemen into the end zone. Touchdown. Joe Johnson, touchdown, Wildcats. My goodness. You see Joe coming off, and he's like, man, that's something. Extra point is pending now from Levi. Levi going to be one of those that you certainly miss calling in years to come. He has been solid as a rock through his career here as the senior out of LaPorte, Texas. Kick is up and it's good. Cats lead this one with 5:21 to go until halftime, 42-6. It is a big day on the hill in Pineville. We'll be back right after this. We are back here to LC. A lot going on. So the men's basketball, they trail. They're over in Mobile, Alabama playing basketball. And the women are here on campus playing, and they've got a lead in that one. Hilborn puts a foot into this one, and it's going to go 6-7, carry the one. 7 yards, bounces over, and will find its way onto Hill Street. Pine Street, one of those streets back there. Cats will take it. Let's go back and look at some team stats for the Cats. 336 yards now, total offense, 158 passing, 178 on the ground, and we've still got 5:21 to go in this one. 42-6. It has been a dominant performance by the Cats. Strickland, good to see that young man back in there. He was shaken up at the end of the play, and big time work. Look at that, just no problem with it at all. Trace McHugh, the linebacker out of Laurelville, Louisiana. Laurelville being represented today. He and Kylan Polk making big things happen. Can only imagine how good that squad was back then when they were both playing for Laurelville. Kylan Polk, 3 interceptions on the day. He's been the highlight of this LC defense. Louisiana Christian University. Snap is back. Strickland's rolling this way. He's got to dump it off, and nearly picked off. Coming up and putting a pop on at the end of it was Tyler England, the freshman linebacker from Thibodaux, Louisiana. Third down now and 10. Only about 30 seconds have come off of the clock. Cats, if they can get off the field here on third down, looking to get that offense back out there. They will get the ball to start things off in the second half too. A little bit of motion as 88 and 89 switch sides. That's Jacobs and Hill that go out to the far side nearest. Snap is back there, drifting out of the backfield, but pressure up the middle. Strickland just has to take off and run, and he is hit again, going to be brought down after a 3-yard gain is all. So good coverage, and that's going to bring up fourth down. 4th down and 7. The Buffaloes set to punt this one away. We'll see who they send out. It looks like Darrell Walden will make his way out, and it is. Kylan Polk just seems to be everywhere the football is out. A number of key players for the Wildcats today. We'll have stats and all of that for you following this one. Kick is away. It's an end-over-end kick. Walden's going to call for the fair catch and make it. Cats will start this off at the 46-yard line, give him the 45, and it is first down and 10. So Walden pulls that one in, makes the fair catch. Get back over onto our screen here and see some of our friends that have joined us back on the watching from Little Rock up there. A lot of folks from that Arkansas area watching their Buffaloes, and we appreciate that. 4 wide receivers out there. Cervoni goes all the way to the top. Snap throw is back to the near side to Walden. He was hiding out there with Trace Williams and Omar Davis. There you get a look at that three. Gather back in, and Omar now is trying to hide behind Williams. You can't hide Omar at all. Snap is back, quick throw over to the near side. Walden's got it. Boy, that is a tremendous pancake block down the line. Walden is going to go to the house, and I'm telling you, Darryl Walden goes 52 yards on that one. But watch on the replay Omar with the block that he has. It is a certified deep cleater. Watch to the near side. Now you got number 0. Here comes the block. And that kind of springs Walden. You saw that on your screen. Walden stays inside and goes to the house on that one. Big time catch and run and block from Omar Davis. Wow. It's sandwiches up here, but there's pancakes down on the field. My goodness, what a block that was. Hilborn puts the 49th Wildcat point on the board here in the first half. Still 3:38 to go. 391 total yards of offense for the Wildcats. We're going to keep it right here, and we'll look at some of the individual guys. Receiving EJ, we'll wait for that to update just a little bit. I don't think that that's all the way updated. Goodness, what 49-6 Cats lead this one. You'll see a little bit of a difference in the second half, we believe. The Wildcats looking to move to 6-1 in Sooner Athletic Conference play, and they are all but in the books on this one. They're watching us from Augusta, Arkansas as well. Hilburn rolls that one down the line. It's going to have to be picked up at the 1-yard line, and is. Oh, that's one of those you just, wow, what a tremendous stop down the way. Finishing things off with Vaughn Darbone out of Alexandria Senior High School. That was JaCameron Burks that was watching the ball roll into the end zone. Only thing is, it didn't roll into the end zone. And that was just close to getting into the end zone, but now on the 7-yard line. And Vaughn Darbone on special teams. Cats easily their best offensive performance of the day. Of the season, excuse me. Best offensive performance of the season. Handoff off the left side. Going to be brought down there. Cats have not had to do anything really out of the ordinary. They are
prior to losing possession, 2nd down.
So the ball came out. You saw that, but they were just letting you know that the ball carrier was down prior to that. Stop there. Luke Higgs, we saw out of Covington. Hannon there, the North Shore. Represented. Don't forget, you can keep up with the North Shore Prep Report and Mike McMillan Saturday mornings on the Red River Roundup at 8 a.m. on 446 Sports. Handoff up the middle. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. They'll give him maybe a yard, make it 3rd down and 6. Senior day crowd being treated to pretty good offensive output by the Wildcats. 2:30 left in this first half of play. You are joining us here. We invite you to hit that like button on there. Leave us a comment. Let us know where you are watching from. Strickland has to tuck that one. He goes right by Higgs. He's getting to the corner. It's going to be a 1st down. Pushed out of bounds to officially credit Brandon Johnson with the tackle. And that'll reset the downs for Arkansas Baptist. ABC Buffaloes 2-minute timeout is here. We'll take it with them. We'll be back. Wildcats in this one, 49-6. We'll be back right after this. You're watching LC Wildcat football on 446 Sports. And we are back here. 2 minutes remain in the first half. First down and 10. Arkansas Baptist looking to get something going. They've got just the 95-yard kick return for a touchdown. Wildcats defense just swarms off that left side, led by Jonathan Moore-Laday. I'm telling you, you could go through here and just continue to pick out players that are making a difference for Louisiana Christian University today. Loss of 2 officially on there, make it 2nd down and 12. Strickland and company there. Snap is back. Strickland looking to dump it off, but tries to do it too quickly. But it was that pressure that was coming in from Avant Lewis. Also back there providing the pressure was number 94. That was Darrell Cottenham Jr., the freshman out of Shreveport and C.E. Byrd High School, where Coach Morris is from, defensive line coach. Hopefully you saw that interview we had with him. If not, you can go back and check it out. 3rd down and 12. Following that one, Strickland will move folks around. 2 receivers to the top and to the near side. Here comes pressure again, and add another quarterback hurry to that one. That incompletion stops the clock. Will bring up 4th down and 12 with 1:10 to go in this one. Certainly appreciate all of the folks that are there in the chat today. I switch over at halftime and look at some of those that we see on Facebook. Pine Bluff, Arkansas is watching today. We appreciate that. 1:10, clock stopped here. Cats looking to get the ball back. High kick. Boy, the special teams have kind of not done much. You're not seeing any rushing on any of them anymore. It seems like they have just kind of let that one go away. It is 1 second under 1 minute to go until halftime. 49-6. It has been all Cats. Don't forget, we'll keep an eye on some things at halftime. They're recognizing the 25th year, folks, that made a difference and helped get all of this going. Some back from 2000 in there, and we'll cover that for you at halftime. And then coming out of it, we'll have some stats and highlights for you about, not highlights, we'll have some stats for you. But keep an eye out to the Wildcat media page and 446 Sports for updates from this one. We'll recap all of that for you and get that up and posted. Handoff to the near side. That is Tyrese Mosby that has that one. Tyrese Mosby, first time that we have seen the freshman running back out of Plaquemine. Went to Plaquemine High School. 2nd down and about half a yard. Mosby's going to get it again. Mosby is so fast, too. If he gets a little open space, he can go. Looks like an injury, and there will be a timeout taken. Tavarian Williams you see him diving in at the end of the play. Looks like he fell on there. Going to be a loss of a yard on that. So 3rd down, and give him 2. It's 1.5, but 3rd down and 2 as that injury timeout is there. And that's the one thing that you just hope you get out of a game like this.
It's a player. Louisiana Christian has accepted the 10-second runoff. Please set the game clock to 19 seconds.
Number 0.
So you heard him over the loudspeaker that on defensive penalty without any timeouts, there is a 10-second runoff, and the Cats did accept that. They're ready to go ahead and get to halftime in this one. Again, we will have some player interviews when all of this is over with, but it's just getting to halftime. Cats lead this one 49-6. It's been all Wildcats all the time. 3rd down, clock runs now at 19 and 18 and 17. Snap is back. Mosby's got it. And the only way they can, boy, look at him just put his head down and dive forward for the 1st down. Don't think that the Cats will snap it again. Maybe they will. Nope, that'll do it for the half. Stick around. There'll be halftime festivities coming up. Cats lead it big at halftime here, 49-6. In conjunction with our friends at the Convergence Media Department, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. We'll see you back after halftime.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight? We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Louisiana College Wildcat football game was played on Alumni Field back in 1966. In the year 2000, Wildcat football returned to then Louisiana College, now Louisiana Christian University. They played their first few games at DC Bill Bates Stadium at Pineville High School until Wildcat Field was created here on the hill. At this time, at the end zone, led by their quarterback, the first team of the modern era of Louisiana College, Louisiana Christian University football, I am honored to present to you the 2000 Louisiana College Wildcat football team. Welcome home, Wildcats! We are so very honored to have you gentlemen joining us here today. 25th anniversary of the resurrection of Louisiana College LCU Wildcat football. We're so very happy to have you here today. And of course, your quarterback, your current LCU Wildcat head football coach, Ben McLaughlin. Welcome home, gentlemen. Once again, we are honored to have you here at today's game, 25 years later. Don't forget.
There's a reason why more of your friends and neighbors talk about their cataract surgery at Wallace Eye Associates. They know our tradition of eye excellence spans decades. They also know how committed we are to our local community. If you're ready to have your vision restored through modern cataract surgery, call us to schedule your annual cataract evaluation. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
We're proud to present the Panther Pride Marching Band from Buckeye High School. Their Pride marching band from Buckeye High School. Great job. They're going to be with us for the rest of the day. And thank you again for being here with us this season. Except for last Friday, they were at their own game. As your Wildcats moved their game to Friday night due to weather. We got 5 minutes remaining in halftime. And we'll get back to action here at Wildcat Field. And the final from HOS Fieldhouse. Central Baptist 81, your LCU Lady Wildcats 95. Ladies win. Congratulations, Lady Wildcats basketball. And a big win here this afternoon.
You saw a lot of the things there. National Day of Prayer is coming up in February. Dr. Mark Johnson's inauguration will be in March. They've got the Masked Singer that they're putting at LC Camp. A lot of great things going on. Did we tell you that? Just go check out their website and find out. There's just a lot of things to do here at Louisiana Christian University. Catching up on some of our comments on there. They're watching in Pine Bluff. Watching from Tucson, Arizona. We will be out in your state next Saturday up in Surprise, Arizona, as we'll take on Ottawa. And it very well could be for Sooner Athletic Conference Championship if Ottawa can take care of Texas Wesleyan today. That game's set to kick off in about 11 minutes Central Time over in the Fort Worth area is where they will be going. Eric Howard told us that Trace and Kylan were great for them at Loreauville. No doubt about that, that's for sure. We figured that they were down there in Loreauville, and we'll have our stars of the game coming up from this. A lot of updates and things. But let's take a look at some stats back from the first half. Bryce Perkins, 9 of 16, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. P.J. Phillip Jones, 2 for 4, 61, and that one touchdown that was thrown to Walden that he had, 213 yards passing for the Wildcats. Dayton Cunningham leads the way, 88 yards on the ground. 82 of them, though, came on that big play when nobody touched him. Back from the 18-yard line, he's got the touchdown. Joe Johnson set the tone for the day. Joe at 7 carries, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns on that. His longest is 23 yards. PJ, 4 carries, 20 yards. EJ Scott, you saw that on that little end around dipsy-do type of play. 1 carry, 16 yards and a touchdown. Tyrese Mosby got 3 carries right at the end of the second quarter as we neared halftime on there. Receiving for the Wildcats, EJ Stop Route Scott has 2 catches, 62 yards, 31-yard average. His longest is 41, 2 touchdowns. Did I say that right? 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. 1 rush, 1 touchdown. EJ Efficient Scott, to say the least. Darrell Walden has 1 catch, 55 yards and a touchdown. Trace Williams, 3 for 45. Xavion Butler, X, has marked the spot twice for a total of 32 yards. Omar Davis, 1 catch, just 1 catch on the day, 7 yards. D-Dub has 1. Darius Washington, 6 yards. And Joe has 1 for 6 yards. Let's look defensively at your leaders. Jordan Oglesby has 6 tackles, 3 solo, and 3 assists. David Voorhees leads the way with 4 individual. Colin Polk with 3 interceptions. A couple of quarterback hurries, 1 from Rowan and Jamarian Jackson. And you see Levi Hilborn, and we are set to get things going here in the second half. Ball squibs down the middle, rolls around. The Cats are going to roll up on it, 20-yard line. Good special teams work there by Marquise Hampton. Tank goes out and gets that one. Tank? Gator? Which one is he? I get confused on the nicknames, so y'all got to bear with me.
Turn team, number 29, 10-yard penalty, first down.
10-yard penalty there, so that'll back things up. Big shout out to Guy Gallant, who was watching or is watching us on there. Used to be an athletic trainer there and did some PA and traveled with football. So great to see Guy chiming in and looking there. Big shout out to Coach Chop, Matt Standiford, head coach of Louisiana Christian. Lafayette Christian Academy. Look at see, my mind is that way. But anyway, Coach Chop was here at LC for a little bit as the head coach at LCA. The Knights finished the regular season 10-0, and they're the number 1 seed heading into their bracket. That is off to the right side, and so delighted that we were able to let folks watch what is going on. Zion Simmons says Wildcat shout out there. So there we go, catching up on everything. We're back to action, second down and 4 to go in this one. Got to pick up 3 of the yardage. Let's get over into where we need to be, and he'll be a yard shy. Will the Buffaloes, of course, trying to get things on track here. But it has been all Wildcats all the time. Handoff up the middle, but a penalty flag prior to the snap. They're going to call false start, it looks like, on 88. That is Darius Jacobs.
Offside. Defense, number 32. 5-yard penalty, first down. Number 11 of the defense may not participate in the next down due to his helmet coming off.
So Jordan Oglesby's helmet comes off, but the penalty there for offsides was on Jason Coleman. Coleman lined up across the neutral zone. Back to pass is Strickland. Again, you've got a flag that is down. Maybe offsides again. It was the same way. Well, coverage down the field. And so you see on the far side, the hat is off of the official. That means that he was out of bounds. That was good coverage by Judson Mixon, the linebacker, going out in coverage. So it would have been an illegal touch if he would have caught it anyway, because that's when they throw the hat. But we'll go down to the field.
illegal formation, offense, more than 4 in the backfield, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, we've seen 2 or 3 of those today where they're just lining up with 5 guys in the backfield. It's all right for burgers, but not in the backfield. Snap is back. Strickland's got it. That one is knocked up in the air and nearly picked off. Big work off to the far side by Jamarian Jackson. Jackson goes up and then gets that one and just knocks it up in the air. Well, that was nearly picked off on that far side. Looked like Lyric Hawkins was nearing that ball. It may have been Voorhees that was out there. Strickland back to pass. He's got to step up, though. Dumps this one off wide open in the middle of the field. It was just nobody there, and continuing to roll along. That play is going to be over because his helmet is off. You can't continue from there. So that pass was complete to number 24, Tavion Rupert.
He comes out of nowhere for the stop.
The play is dead when the runner's helmet comes off. Ball be placed at that spot. Number 24 may not participate in the next down.
Yeah, that's what we told you. As soon as that helmet comes off, you have to stop playing immediately, and that is strictly for safety. Even if you're not the ball carrier, if you're, I don't care where you're at on the field, helmet comes off, you have to stop participating in that play or it's a penalty. Out of bounds there now, pushed out by Judson Mixon. And that's a 4-yard pickup, 5 yards. Give him 5, make it second down and 5. Second down, maybe a long 5, short 6 on there. 12:45 to go in the third. There you get a good look at Strickland. Fakes that one. It was covered up out of the back. Just drags all the way across. That is a brilliant play, and it just took forever to develop. That's number 34. Ingram Battles has that. Oglesby with the tackle. But you know the time that it takes for that play to develop, as that running back was the one that he had faked the ball to out of the backfield and then has to drag all the way across the field. And that's good work by that offensive line of the Buffaloes to give him that kind of time. Strickland will survey things. Easily the best drive of the day for the Buffaloes at a time they needed it most. Under 12 minutes to go in the third. Strickland dumps that one off in the backfield. Going to be brought down really immediately is Rupert. Coleman over there on that one. Rowan was Avant Lewis and others. 49-6. This one's not been in question since early on. The Cats put up 35 in the second after we said they bogged down a little bit. They must have been listening to the broadcast and it got them fired up. Strickland steps up in the pocket, runs, spins around, just he keeps that ball out there for anybody to get to. Be careful that doesn't, we'll keep an eye on that situation. As that ball just, he haphazardly hangs on to it. Third down and 1. Snap is back there. Handoff up the middle. The Cats answer. Penetration, loss of a yard on the play. That's going to bring up fourth down, and that's big-time work for the Cats there. Jackson, again, also Mixon is there. So we've seen Mixon in coverage and tackling there. Colton Sharp also involved on that one. He comes off. Fourth down and 2. Cats defense trying to stand up right here. Snap is back there to Strickland. He's facing big pressure on the far side. Does avoid the blitz, throws it over the middle and unable to get the arm. And that's just a tough throw when you're being chased down. and does not do it. But great work by Jonathan Moore-Leday, and that is a turnover on downs. Cats will have it from their 15-yard line, first down and 10. Well done, Wildcat defense. Perkins in that offense come out, and we'll see what they're able to do. I expect to see them. Oh, Perkins on the keeper, and we've not seen that at all from him. He just sprints to the sideline. Bryce Perkins will pick up 12 yards and a first down. You don't have to run a lot. You just have to give the impression that you can and you will, and that puts an extra couple of guys having to look back at you. But it's first down and 10. You see him just sprint to the sideline, didn't want any of that attitude that was coming at him. You see that blazoned across the back of the Buffalo jerseys. Oh, going over the top. Omar hops, jumps up, gets it, comes down. Boy, he came down. You saw when he landed, it looked like his back heel kind of shifted a little bit. And Omar is up, but boy, that heel is going to give him some trouble. You see him wearing that number 0. That number is given to him by the Wildcat coaching staff, and that's a rarity. That's someone hadn't been on campus very long when he got that designation. Handoff up the middle. Banging around is Dayton Cunningham. He gets to the 41-yard line. Give him 7 on the play. From the 41, the Wildcats go. Handoff there. Dayton, a little stutter step, makes the man miss behind the line of scrimmage and out near the first down. We'll just have to see where they mark it. They do. First down it is. There's a look at Dayton. Dayton went 82 yards on one play earlier in the game. He's got now over 100. From the 38-yard line, a little bit of a shoulder play action, but not much, and a hold, and that one's going to come back no matter what it is. It'll be declined, but Christian Gautreaux is going to be whistled for holding.
Holding, offense, number 74, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That'll make it first down and 20. Night starting to make its way around here as it's starting to get darker much earlier as we get into the holiday season. Heard my first Christmas music the day after Halloween. November 1st is what it is. E.J. Scott out in motion. They're looking for him. Little play action there. This time Gautreaux with great blocking. Lilly the same. Finds a wide open Dayton Cunningham, 30. Looking for contact out at the 20. Now give him the 19-yard line. Dayton Cunningham on that. But credit Gautreaux and Lilly and that entire offensive line that just made things happen. Also out there doing work is J.D. Winans, the senior that we saw. Well, trying to look at some of those offensive linemen. They'll stop the clock here for a timeout. Good work again by Christian Arnett and company. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You are watching LC Wildcat football right here on 446 Sports.
It'll be first down, Louisiana Christian.
So we did not get the timeout. They were questioning whether there was going to be a challenge or not, and they did not. They got to go under the shed way down on the other end if they want to challenge one of them, and didn't do it here. So first down and 10, clock runs here with 7:45 to go. Play action, trying to throw the slant, but good coverage there by Deron Presley. He was blanketing E.J. Scott right there and did not even give him the opportunity to get off the line. So credit Presley, the sophomore defensive back out of Atlanta, Georgia. Perkins now fakes that over. That toss is out there to EJ, and EJ trying to get to the corner, doesn't do it. Maybe gets 3 yards on the play. That's going to be 3rd down and 7. Make it 8. They give him 2 on it when they officially spot things. You're in field goal range, but a drive to start the second half off when you had such a productive first half. You want to go ahead and finish that one off just to give yourself back to the rhythm of saying, hey, we can do this coming out of the break. Dump off over there, complete to EJ. EJ Scott all the time. EJ slung down out of bounds, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He needed 8. He got 9. It's a 1st down for the Wildcats. 1st down and goal. The ball will be placed at the 7-yard line. Give them the, nose of the football rests on the 7. You see it there on your screen. That big one in Fort Worth, Texas is kicking off now here. Wayland Baptist and Ottawa. Direct snap to Datelin. Datelin tiptoeing through, spinning around, now is going to push the pile forward to the end zone. Touchdown, Datelin Cunningham. Touchdown, Wildcats. Catch this on the instant replay, and the key to this comes of Datelin just not stopping. And look at the push now there. Wells is pushing. Lilly, that offensive line, Gotro, all of them.
Number 23 had broke the plane with the ball prior to losing his helmet and possession of the ball.
There you go. That one is good to go. Said that his helmet came off and the ball came out, but not before he had put the ball across the plane in the end zone. Touchdown there by Datelin Cunningham. Snap back, kick up, and it is good. 56-6. We'll be back right after this. You're watching LC Wildcat football on 446 Sports. Welcome back to Wildcat Field here, home of your LC University Wildcats. Levi Hilburn set to put a foot into this one. It has been all cats all the time here. That is a not an attractive kick, but is just going to roll out of bounds by about 2 yards on there. That was one of those that twisted around and thought it had an opportunity to stay in. It didn't, and that's a penalty. And so ABC ought to have it around the 40-yard line, I do believe.
Kicking team, ball be placed at the 35-yard line. 1st down, Arkansas Baptist.
Well, that's about the 40, the 35, so there you go. A lot of folks have tuned in and are watching this one. We appreciate you guys. There's no doubt about that. We couldn't do any of what we do without you. If you happen to get over on Facebook at some point or another, give us a follow over there. But if you found your way here to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. That is the best viewing opportunity if you don't have Roku. Roku is certainly the way to go. That is number 34, Ingram Battles, that is there.
In the next down due to his helmet coming off.
Oddly enough, that's about the 5th helmet violation that we have seen. They're watching from ball tonight. They're supporting Jeremiah Johnson. A lot of folks chiming in with us here. 2nd down and 8. They're going to swing that one out to the near side. It is complete, but maybe getting back a yard or two on there. That is Rupert that you see on your screen there. And that's that attitude that we talked about. It's written across the back of their uniforms. 3rd down and 8 for Arkansas Baptist. Appreciate the likes and the comments. That's what gets it shown around to a lot of folks. And YouTube says, hey, they're commenting, interacting. Let's show it to other people. That one thrown back. It is complete. That is just a good pitch and catch. If we've seen anything today that has been a positive from this Buffaloes team, it is that quick slant over the middle to Jeremiah Rice. Henderson does a good job of getting that ball out and away. Switching sides, that is Rupert that will move from the left to the right. Back to pass again. That was picked off. You got to be kidding me. Polk's got his 4th. Polk's to the 30. Now 20. Why not finish your day, young man? 4 INTs, 1 pick 6. Kylan Polk, the pride of Lauraville. Oh, a penalty flag lays at the 42. We may have, let's get down, don't know. Interception should stand. We may have, the way Coach McLaughlin is talking to him, look like it's going to be post-possession. Don't think the touchdown will count. It looks like it is.
Personal foul, block below the waist, offense. That penalty is declined. Results of the play is a touchdown.
Kylan Polk, go have yourself a day, young man. 4 interceptions, 1 finds pay dirt. And again, watch it on your screen there. This one, he did not slip down onto. Kylan Polk, 20 to the 10 into the end zone goes Kylan Polk.
Penalty can be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
So the penalty will go around to the kickoff. And, I'm going to tell you, they are going crazy there. Eric Howard, who chimed in, was watching that one. That highlight will be there today. 4 INTs. Not sure what the record is for interceptions in one game, but we'll check with our SID and see if there's something that would tell us that. For INTs in one game, we're going to check on that. Timeout on the field, and they're wanting to challenge. Not certain what they could challenge on that. Good camera shot in there, and he's trying to explain, I want to challenge. I think the only thing you can challenge is, should I throw it towards 21 again? And the answer is no. He's letting him know that that's not a challengeable play.
Timeout. Arkansas Baptist, they're first.
They're going to take time out to go look at it, but I think the official's explaining to him that that is not something that you can go back and challenge, whatever it is that he's talking about right there. You see a good look. Great work by our cameras here with the Convergence Media Department. Again, if you're looking to be a part of on-campus activities, join up with the folks there and watch this one. Look at Kylan Polk go over there and get that one. To the 50 now, 40 he goes. So I don't know what the challenge could be, because you can't challenge if there was a block in the back or any of that. Let's get down to the field once again and hear about this. There's Eric chiming in saying he saw that. So after all of that, just the timeout was assessed. There'll be no explanation. Well, perhaps there will be. Nope, he's just getting it adjusted, and Levi Hilburn on for the PAT out of the hold of Colin Cervoni. Snap is back. It's a good one. Kick up and away. Over the hill it goes. 63-6. Cats in command of this one. We'll be back in 60 seconds on 446 Sports.
More than just a number. You are a valuable part of a Christ-centered community, focused on connecting you with your purpose. Here, you'll interact with passionate faculty, gain valuable life experiences, and develop long-lasting friendships. With small class sizes, generous scholarship opportunities, and over 60 programs of study, the education you receive will set you up for success. Start your Wildcat journey today by visiting lcuniversity.edu.
We are back here to Wildcat Field. They'll kick off from the 50-yard line. Just a side note, Kylan Polk had 11 in one season back at Laurelville High School when he was there. 11 INTs, and I believe that was a Laurelville record, a season record there. He's got, I think he's got 7 this year, 7 or 8. We'll go back and look and see what he has. Baker set to put a foot into this one. It's a sky kick coming over to the near side. Fair catch called for, and well, yeah, and Kylan didn't see the fair catch. He's high-fiving, but that's not the thing that you wanted to do. And he said, look, I didn't see it. Was going after it. That's going to be unnecessary roughness, fair catch interference, number of things it could be called. They're going over to just to see what the play is going to, how the severity of this penalty is going to be.
Personal foul, kick catch interference, kicking team number 21 with targeting.
Well, that is going.
15-yard penalty. The previous play is under further review.
So here's where that gets really tricky now. Being that this is in the second half of the game, if they issue the targeting on him, he's out of the game and he's out of the first half at next week as well. So this is as big of a play in this as you'll find. Let's take a look at our instant replay. No, it's shoulder to shoulder. I don't even know why they're going down under the tent, but it did happen pretty quickly. But there's no way that they call that targeting, because you saw it on our great replay. And if we have it, we'll pull it up one more time here and take a look at it and maybe slow it down. You can see the contact is shoulder to shoulder. Now, it was aggressive and it was physical and it was violent. But it was not. All right, so you see the sky kick coming in. Fair catch is called for. Shoulder to shoulder contact was all that was made. So they're not going to be able to call targeting. If it is, it's a travesty. But Polk should remain in this game. Now, whether he does. But this is the point where you'd start getting some of your younger players in there. But remember, they start a majority of freshmen and sophomores. Great work on our replay on there. Kylan Polk, 4 INTs on the day. If he's not your defensive player of the week in the Sooner Athletic Conference, everybody that votes on that should not have a job. Kylan Polk has done some big-time work here in this one today. They're watching down in the stands in front of us because they want to see there. If you're the one that's watching out in front of us there, turn around and give us a wave. About 4 or 5 rows in front of us, a young man enjoying one of those snow cones there. Still not out, and they're looking at that a little bit longer than I thought that they would be looking at this one. Again, it was easily unnecessary roughness. It was easily fair catch interference, but shoulder to, you see him stop it right there. That shoulder to shoulder, there was not any contact at the head. It was him going up and made a bad play because he had fair catch interference, but it was not targeting in any shape of it. Great work again to stop that on it. We play 4:23 to go in the third period. You see her down on the field, the Wildcat cheerleaders there with their CATS. Let's go down field side and get this.
After review, there was no foul for targeting. The kick catch interference does stand. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, so definitely the kick interference stands, but it was a target. And look, I appreciate them going and taking a look at it. Anytime there's something that's like that, you want to do it. But, boy, that would have had big ramifications on this game next week, as he would have been out for the second half for the remainder of this, and would have been out for the first half of the next game. All of that is moot, though. First down and 10. That run is off to the right side to the 34, or number 34. Ingram Battles has it. Cats have put up 63 in this one after a 35-point second quarter. They've got 14 in the first, 14 now in the third. And a potential record-setting day for Kylan Polk. 3:47 counting, in no hurry is Arkansas Baptist, rolling around to the far side. He's being chased and going to pick up the first down by about a yard. So good work there. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line, 44-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Been a lot of big things that have happened in this one. Just officially, if you're scoring at home, that Kylan Polk INT for a touchdown was 53 yards. Back to pass now, stepping up in the pocket, wrapped up and taken down. How about that on senior day? Jordan Oglesby coming up and getting one in his last appearance here at Wildcat Field. Loss of 7. That young man looking to go out in a big way, get a win today and next week, and get the Cats into the playoffs. Playoffs are definitely online, and yes, go ahead with your best Jim Mora. Second down and 16. Snap is back there. Here comes pressure, but it's picked up. That one a little wheel out of the backfield, and he was lost. Nobody around Tavion Rupert, but the ball just goes over his head. Third down and 7. Preview day. A couple of hundred folks on campus today that normally would not be here. Got to see a Wildcat women's basketball win up at H.O. West Fieldhouse. Getting to see a big-time victory by the football Wildcats. Snap is back there. Pressure up the middle once again, escaping it. Got to make a stop. Moving the ball around, going to be shy of the first down, but I mean, just holds that ball out there for anybody to get to. That is Judson Mixon that finished that up, and a little bit winded from that run. So they'll take an injury timeout, a couple of players down, one for the Cats and one for the Buffaloes. We'll take it with them. Be back in 30 seconds. You're watching LCU football on 446 Sports. Kendall Rowan shaken up for LC. New quarterback is coming in. That is going to be Lamonte Kelly will come in. He is listed as a wide receiver on there. Will be there for 4th down and 3. First time that we've seen Kelly in there quarterback. This is due to the injury. Snap is back. Kelly's going to wildcat it to the near side. And you kind of knew that was coming in as he's listed as a wideout. Jordan Oglesby drives him out of bounds, but not before they pick up the first down.
Kelly will take it around the left side and pick up a first down.
First down and 10 from the 33-yard line. And look, we've seen 2 or 3 times ABC's been able to get the ball down into Wildcat territory, but that Wildcat defense has stood up. The only score of the day for the Buffaloes was that long 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Let's see if that's officially what they scored it. Over the middle, complete. Another first down to the 21. That is skying up and getting after that was number 85, Jeremiah Rice, that comes away with that. And off and marching they go as we're under a minute, 43 and counting here in the 3rd period of play. Game that we talked about in that first period was moving rapidly. I don't think we'll ever say that again. The announcer jinx is real. 30 seconds and counting. Back to pass. Pretty good throw out of there. Not a terrible one by the backup quarterback, Lamonte Kelly. You see back in coverage. That's just tremendous work back there by Tyler England Jr., freshman out of Thibodaux, Louisiana. $18 seconds remain in this 2nd down and 10 here in the 3rd. We've still got 1 quarter of football to play. Snap is back to Kelly. Kelly is hit hard as he throws that one. And I'm telling you, came in and put a lick on him, did Lyric Hawkins. Hawkins just plays like he's mad at the world. He comes in with a certain amount of physicality that you remember number 20 after he's been there. Played for that tough Edna Carr team down in the New Orleans area and has brought that physicality and toughness to Pineville. 11 seconds remain in the 3rd down and 10. Kelly says, let's go back under center for a minute. Now he steps back out, throws this one. It is shot out over to the right side. A little bit of pepper on that one. It was intended for number 87, Jaden Phillips, and it'll be 4th down and 10. So the 4th down play will come here in the 3rd. Fourth down here and 10 following 3 incompletions. Got shave ice that they're throwing around out here. There you go, or cups, or there you have it. Back to pass. He's being pressured there. Kelly's going to be dropped for a sack, and that is Jordan Oglesby. Jordan Oglesby ends the 3rd quarter emphatically with his 2nd sack of the game. 63-6. Cats lead it. We head to the 4th when we come back.
Number 11 for Louisiana Christian may not participate in the first down of the 4th quarter.
It will be 1st and 10 of the 26 for the Wildcats.
Get a good look in at Coach Ben McLaughlin, and you saw him, if you're you can lip read. He's like, look, finish, contain, stay in where you're at and finish this game. Cats will take over, first down and 10 from the 26-yard line. And you heard the official announce at the end of the third quarter that number 11, Jordan Oglesby, was ineligible to play on this down. He's on defense, so we'll take that. PJ in at quarterback, Phillip Jones in there. The handoff to, look at him go, up and going. 30, 10. Look, how do you come in? James Owens, there's a penalty, and that one's going to come all the way back. James Owens has a highlight reel run, but it's going to come all the way back for holding. Look, that was Phillips Jones to James Owens and off the left tackle, and he'll come all the way back. And Coach Ben is livid over there.
Holding offense, number 93, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Timeout. Louisiana Christian, their first.
They will call that on Chase Terrebonne. Chase Terrebonne, one of those seniors that is out here. And out of Oak Forest Academy is Chase. And look, Ben is saying, hey, look, he's down the field. He's all this. The guy didn't do that. Or Coach Ben is visibly shaking. Here's the play. That's where it's in question. And he's got a handful. He does have some jersey right there. But the unfortunate look, as they roll it back, stop it right there. He's about 5 yards past, and that play would have never been any impact on that at all. And you see James Owens cut through the middle. They'll let it finish out here. And watch James. You see him towards the end of the run. He's looking around like, and watch right in here, he starts to get a little bit tired. He's like, oh my goodness. I applaud James for that big time run, but will not make the stat column. But James, I assure you, it'll make the highlight reel, my friend. 14:44 to go early on in the second. Going over the top now. That one is nearly complete, just out of the reach of Terrence Williams Jr., another one of those seniors. This one from Isidore Newman in New Orleans, and starting to get some of those seniors that we have not seen as much through the season are in there here on Senior Day, getting some good playing time in front of friends and family. Handoff goes up the middle. That should be Ashantis Brooks. Let me see. Yep, it is. 27 is Ashantis Brooks. He is a freshman running back out of East Iberville. You hear in the background that Panther Pride band from Buckeye High School. PJ's going to keep it, and he slips down, and a lot of movement on the fake, and that will bring Baker in to kick it away. Preston Baker, the freshman out of Gonzales. He is by way of East Ascension High School. Back deep to receive this one is Rupert. Rupert is the junior running back. We've called his name a lot today. Baker's got it now, and he'll put a foot into this one. Low line drive kick. It's going to hit at the 44 and just stop right there. Arkansas Baptist now will have it in pretty good field position. Again, not an offensive touchdown on the day. That kick return was the only one that they had. That was that 95-yarder. The extra point failed that one, and it has been all Cats the rest of the way. Part of that 35 or 41 total points in there. You had the Cats and over in this one. You're good. Snap is back. Down the middle it goes, and looking for the INT, but just in and out of the hands of Cameron Leonard. Cam Leonard out of Jonesboro Hodge will fall incomplete, second down. Just a huge, huge day for Kylan Polk. Kelly's pass was intended for Ingram Battles and no good there. Second down and 10. Back to pass is Kelly. And that one's just a duck. It's up there in the air, and it is picked off. Good looking work. Spinning out of that one, and he's off and going. That's Trey Grogan down the sideline. Grogan slung down out of bounds. Trey Grogan, sophomore out of Arnoville and LCA. So where you at, Coach Chop, watching that one? Goes up and gets that one, does Trey Grogan, and then just shakes off the would-be tackler at the 38 and makes his way all the way down. Trey Grogan out of LCA has that one. First down and 10, go the Wildcats here. Handoff up the middle.
That's number 22,
Travis Adams out of Tioga High School gets his first carry of the season. Great to see Travis. Travis has been in on special teams, but the Tioga folks that are watching this one are delighted to see Travis Adams. They know the running back that he is, and that's what has him in the blue and orange. That's what you see, is the ability to continue to power his way through. Travis will hop right back up, leaving a wake of folks in his way. Leading the way out there, Jaden Hager. He is also out of Tioga, so a freshman lineman and a freshman running back from Tioga out on the field right now. There's a handoff to Adams once again. Travis Adams off the left side, trying to strip the ball away, but he's going to be inside the 10 to the 8. They'll give him 5 on the player 6, make it second down and 4. Garrett Chancellor is in there at H-back. Phillip Jones is the quarterback. Hand off to Travis Adams, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Travis Adams. Touchdown, Wildcats. Going to make a lot of folks happy there around Central Louisiana. There you see Travis coming off. (69-6). Kilbourne looking to add the extra point here. Snap back, kick is up. It's true, 70-6. Wildcats lead it in a big way. We'll be back right after this. You're watching LC Wildcat football on 446 Sports. And we are back here. 11:24 to go in the fourth. Baker now will line up to kick this one off. We'll see what the young man out of Gonzales has in him. Puts a foot into this one all the way back to the 2-yard line where it's gathered in. Fakes the pitch there, and Lyric Hawkins chasing him down. Now going around. Oh, big time work coming back the other way.
41, Marquise Hampton.
Look, Marquise Hampton there just continuing to do big work. That young man out of North DeSoto. Keep an eye on this one. So you watch at the part of the run, you think they're going to do a little trickeration there, but nothing to it. Slowly making his way back up is Burks. He's going to turn back to the inside and look here, just lurking around. There he is, right into it. First down and 10. Back to the near side it goes, and going to be brought down there. So a lot of Cats getting into the ball game here. That is Preston Dennis Hines, freshman out of Houston, Texas, getting in there. Injury on the field, so they'll stop the action here. 10:47 to go, 70-6 in this one. 35 points in the second quarter alone, 35 the rest of the way. And look, it's not been anything the Cats. You've had the pick six on there. They can't take any. You're getting these younger guys in there playing. So anybody that's saying, oh, they're running the score, they're not. It just don't have to stop. And you got to get these guys some action to work. That is Lamonte Kelly going the far side. Brought down there by Caleb Brumfield. Brumfield, the freshman inside linebacker, Riverside Academy out of LaPlace. Trying to look at some of those names that we see. We see Highland Rentz that is in there. Safety out of Dutchtown has made his way in. We'll start calling some of these other names just to get some mentions out there to those guys. Kelly hands this one off. And brought down by the left side as we look at it of that defensive line. We see Brandon Henderson Jr. in there, the freshman Woodlawn in Shreveport. There you get a good look inside at Preston Dennis Hines. Some of the others that we saw out there, Gavin Borland, the outside linebacker from Grant High School there in Dry Prong. So Gavin Borland getting in. A lot of your local products. Trey Grogan, we see him back in there. He had that INT earlier. Punting unit on, or punt unit on for Arkansas Baptist, 9:20 and counting in this one.
Play game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Delay of game on the offense. Looked like the Wildcats only had 10 players out on the field there too, which in and itself is not a penalty. Delay of game offensively. That is Colin Polk that is returning. Snap is back, and it's just been for fundamentals there. That one will check up at the 45, just make it to midfield and roll through where it stops at the 49-yard line. Cats will have it 1st and 10 at midfield. Again, to remind you, we will be on the air a week from tonight. A week from tonight down in Surprise, Arizona is where we'll bring that one to you from. Go to Phoenix and drive somewhere to get there. Not sure. 8:56 to go in this one. Cervoni out at the wide out. Also out there with him is Terrence Williams Jr. is one of the seniors. PJ still in there at quarterback. He's got a handoff to the near side. That's kind of a wide receiver handoff, and making a big run is Terrence. get an idea of some of the other players. I see Mason Abear, the tight end out of Erath, is on the field, 64. One of the offensive linemen, Jaden Hager, we told you, the freshman out of Tioga. Cervoni there. Running back is 47. No, it's not. That's not Ledea running back by any means. That is 43, Vaughn Darbone. Vaughn Darbone, another one of those from here in Central Louisiana. He's from an Alexandria team that went to the Superdome last year. There's a good look at Vaughn. Provided the 2 to that 1-2 punch of J.T. Lindsey and Vaughn Darbone there that rushed for over close to 3,000 yards last year for the Trojans. Handoff does go to Vaughn. Vaughn looking for a tackle or for a block, gets his way up inside the red zone to the 17-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10. 7:45 remaining in this one. We're halfway home in the fourth period of play here at 4:46 in the afternoon. PJ's got it. He hands it off to Darbone once again. Get 3, give him 4 yards on the play from the 17 to the 14, so 3 yards on that one, making his way in. Vaughn will come off now and give way to James Owens. James Owens, you remember, all he did was go 82 yards except for the holding. He had a tremendous run in his first one. Owens going to have another shot at it here. This time he stopped after a yard or two gain and goes down, and that'll bring up third down. It has been Colin Polk today. It has been a number of guys offensively. 4 INTs. E.J. Scott had 3 touchdowns on the day. Phillip trying to outrun. Oh, and that ball is on the ground. That could be a scoop and a flip, and we'll go down at the 24-yard line. Loss of the football, and it goes over. And you got to appreciate Arkansas Baptist not stopping playing in this one at all. 6:29 to go here in the fourth. Cats lead it in a big way. 35-point second quarter. You watch the instant replay. You see the ball come out at the end and wanting to scoop it. Oh, I think he's learned how to work the instant replay machine now. He's over there playing it like a video game. I love it. Next thing I need is a telestrator, and we're going to be just fine. Hand off to the near side. Look, I brought a Sharpie up here last game, and Jeff Young with the Convergence Media Department said, no, that doesn't work. Don't write on my screen. 6 minutes to go in this one. 6:06. Lamonte Kelly has went the time since the injury earlier. Going to give that tackle to number 75. Sean Lovely is another one of those guys out of Dutchtown, so recruiting that Dutchtown area well. Senior Day has been a tremendous success here at LC University. Honored 9 seniors, 10, 11 with the lone senior cheerleader. Good work on the far sideline there, coming up, and a couple of those guys in on this. Cameron Leonard making the tackle. Fourth down now and 8, and both of these squads just really trying to run the ball and get out of here. 4:46 remains in this one. 4:46 left in the ball game. Cervoni back deep to receive. Walden will come off. Snap is there. Cervoni's going to run up, fair catch. That called for and made at the 46-yard line, and that's where the Cats will have it. First down and 10. Look back, 558 yards of total offense for the Wildcats, 278 through the air, 280. So as you've seen everything that you see, man, it's been a balanced attack. 39 rushes, only 26 passing attempts, so not far off there, but balanced as far as yardage, and I just think that that's all you want. Only had to punt twice today. Arkansas Baptist has kicked it 7 times. There's a handoff of Shontas Brooks. Brooks breaking free. Brooks off to the races. 20, 10, Shontas Brooks, touchdown. Touchdown Wildcats. Look at it one more time right here. He will bust through the line. Good blocking by that interior line. Finds a seam, and he is off to the races. And look, that's nothing more than a run up the middle from the East Iberville star. (76-6) in this one. We'll see if there's some other scores going on in this one right now. Looking, of course, at Texas Wesleyan, and we'll keep it right here. Watching that one in that game. Let's see where Cats lead this one 77. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching LC University Wildcat football on 446 Sports. We are back here. 6 minutes to go in that game in Fort Worth, and Ottawa leads 42-35, and that's the outcome that you need in this one if you're a Wildcat fan. Hilburn puts a foot into that one, and the Cats are going to have an opportunity to go out, if that holds, to go out and play for a share of the Sooner Athletic Conference title. 21 second half points for Ottawa after they trailed 28-21 at the break, but they have battled back to have a 7-point lead in this one with a little over 6 minutes to go. Back here it is 3:45. So the Cats had to have Ottawa win that game over Texas Wesleyan and leave them with no losses. The Cats have one conference loss, can make their way out to Ottawa next week if Ottawa hangs on. Right now they lead at 42-35 in that one. 3:44 to go. Kelly stays in there at quarterback, and going to slide down there, so give a team tackle, if you will. If you give it to anybody, that's Sean Lovely out of Dutchtown that'll get credit for it. Second down, so a team sack, if you will. Second down and 12. Keep you updated again on that one that is going on in Funky Town, they call it, over the PA. Texas Wesleyan has the ball in that one, trying to tie things up. 3:06 and counting in this one. Cats have done their part to set up a Sooner Athletic Conference championship game next week. Good tackle off to the far side. That is 55-18 Gavin Borland from Grant in on that, as well as Thomas Bernard out of Franklinton. Thomas Bernard from Pine High. 4:35, Ottawa now has the ball back in that one and the lead over Texas Wesleyan. Boy, that is just, that'll be one to go back and watch. That's been a shootout. 3rd down and 15 now. 2:15 to go, nearing the 2-minute timeout, as delay of game is going to be whistled there, but I don't think that hurts anything because
Offense, 5-yard penalty, they're down.
They'll restart the clock, and that'll get them down to the 2-minute timeout. So he will be able to run those last 7 seconds off the clock. And that's one of those, if you're trying to run some timeout, just take the delay of game penalties and keep backing up. We've hit the 2-minute timeout. Cats big in this one.
Timeout.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. Our final timeout of the night. Nope, we're out of timeouts then. We'll keep it right here.
On the road. Surprise Arizona next week. Ottawa, University of Arizona. Kickoff at 8 o'clock. You can catch all the action with 446 Sports. Online, 446sports.com, on Facebook and on YouTube with Doug Gann. And the all-new Roku channel.
We're back here to Wildcat Field. It has been a tremendous, memorable, wonderful, amazing senior day for this class of 2025. 10 seniors on the football squad recognized, 1 cheerleader for the team. That 2000 team, the original team, had 10 guys back for that one. And Coach Ben is so intent on getting the alumni back involved in this. 3rd down and 15. Kelly. Handoff to the near side now as he's kicking out. Good run. Coming and finishing that off. Oh, sprinting over there to the side was Brumfield to make that happen. Riverside Academy's Brumfield does that, and it's 4th down here. It was a good run by Ingram Battles. We'll have an abbreviated post-game show on this one. Check out the stars of the game, 127 and counting. That'll be coming up following this one. 14-yard carry still brings up 4th down and 7. Again, that scenario, you have to send the Cats out to Arizona and get the win.
Timeout, Arkansas Baptist.
So not a delay of game. They did call the timeout beforehand, so a lot of scenarios involved in this one. If Ottawa University of Arizona, OAS, as it's called, the Spirit, are able to hang on and win that game over Texas Wesleyan, then they will be the lone remaining undefeated team. The Wildcats have 1 loss. Texas Wesleyan would have 1 loss, and that would create a 3-way log jam up at the top of the conference standings. That kick is high and not going to turn over. Fair catch called for and made. Colin Cervone's got that. You get a good look at him. He and Omar Davis come from Largo, Florida, is where they're from. 49 ticks of the clock, and that is just a victory formation snap, and that should take care of the afternoon. As get out of here before the sun officially makes its way down. Phillip Jones in there to take what we expect will be the final snap of the game. Wildcat coaches use the bye week to prepare for this. Handoff is to the near side. One of those seniors, Terrence Williams, back there, and that's what you see from what was it, longest yard, necessary roughness. Blow the whistle, blow the whistle, blow the whistle.
That was number 83,
Terrence Williams, and that's going to do it here. Wildcats win it. Wildcats win it 77-6. The lone score was the kickoff return for a touchdown, but congratulations on senior night, senior day. The Wildcats win it in a big way. We'll take a look at some of the stats real quick, and then we'll get out of here. 278 yards passing, 334 on the ground. That adds up to a big day for the Wildcats. 612 yards of total offense. They doubled up Arkansas Baptist on that. Jordan Oglesby leads away with 12 total tackles. Nobody else was really even close on that. Kylan Polk, 4 interceptions, one of those for a touchdown. Trey Grogan adds one. That's 5 INTs for the day. Offensively, 217 yards passing and 2 touchdowns for Bryce Perkins. PJ, 2 of 5. Phillip Jones, the second, 2 of 5, 61 and a touchdown. Datelin Cunningham, by way of that 82-yard run, 7 carries, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. Joe Johnson, Jatarius Johnson gets 2 touchdowns. Ashantis Brooks has a touchdown. It goes for 54 yards. Travis Adams gets into the end zone. E.J. Scott gets into the end zone. 5 different Wildcats score on the ground. 2 different ones in the air. E.J. Scott has 2 touchdowns receiving, 1 touchdown rushing. What a day it has been. Guys, we will see you a week from tonight in Surprise, Arizona. Don't know where it's at. You go to Phoenix and drive north is all that we've got, and we will see you out there for it. So congratulations to your LC University Wildcats on what they've done today. Preview day was a big success. Everything fell in line for the Wildcats today. Big shout out to our Convergence Media Department and the work that they do, putting on a flawless effort to get this game out on here for you today. Got the Wasps out of here, and it's been a good day. Sprayed them, hit them, slapped them, hit them with 1 stick. Almost broke the window early, but that's a whole different ball game. Guys, we will see you next week from Arizona. For all of those involved in this one, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. God bless you all and good night.